So we're not actually recording until that clicks here.
We're recording on Zoom, but not on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Which YouTube is all the people see. The Zoom doesn't matter.
Yeah. So once it's on the YouTube, then we're live.
That's right.
So we're not actually recording until that.
We're recording on Zoom, but not on.
Oh, okay. YouTube is all the people. Live, it's a fan's perspective. I'm Tyson.
And I'm Josh.
Well, Stanley Cup final is set. Who would have ever
You
dreamt
predicted
that?
it, right?
No,
No.
I haven't got shit right since round one.
Shit has gone wrong.
Everything has gone wrong.
For,
Like,
it has to be 99% of people.
oh, I would say most hockey drafts, if you got a player alive, you're lucky. Unless you're a Florida fan.
I don't
Or a
know an
Vegas
actual Florida fan, though. Like, not a real
Well,
one.
maybe like a snowbird of some sort.
Yeah, maybe. Most of them are Tampa Bay Lightning fan.
Probably.
Because they were
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Or rats, if you like rats.
If you like
awesome.
rats, they are the Rat Kings.
Yeah.
And it actually fits really well with Kachuk. He is the Rat King.
Yeah, he is a rat.
No, I still love him.
I hate him.
Ah!
How can you like a dirty rat?
No, he's not dirty. He just plays on the edge.
Can't stand him. Can't stand him. Hey, check out our new cups here. We got them out front here. Well, look at that.
We
Fans' perspective.
you want one? Let us know. They're pretty cool.
Josh, thank you. By the way, you took care of all that and
Oiler colors, Flames colors. Had to be done.
had to be done, and they look terrific. And
Thank
we're,
you, Sports Connection. Did all
yes,
of our
thank you,
engravings for
Sports
us.
Connection,
So.
and we're about a week away from
Yep.
sliding on the hats and
All
the
the
shirts.
merch,
And,
the-
that's
which,
gonna be exciting.
I did set up a reel for it on our Instagram. We'll throw it on Facebook. So for tomorrow, there will be a post on our Fans Perspective
Yep.
page with all the merch, so you guys can take a look at it. It's just a digital copy, but just so you guys can see it. And if you guys want something, reach out, let us know, and we'll place an order for you.
And fingers crossed, next week we'll be wearing them on our live show.
That's
next
right.
Thursday night
With
Tanis Eckert from Simplot Solutions is coming on, talking everything ag. If you got any questions, we're gonna have my phone and Josh's phone available for texting, and everything ag, all the spraying questions, all the agrologist questions you would have.
Yep, it's farming season, guys. Everyone's pretty well done seeding or wrapping it up, and the hoppers are there already, which is really shitty. But that's where Tanis comes in and her expertise. So
Super expertise. I actually got her coming to my farm tomorrow to scout a little bit of barley.
awesome.
And we're going to talk a whole lot of different things. We're going to talk grasshoppers. We're going to talk water quality, what that means for spraying. We're going to talk water volume, what that does, so many gallons an acre. Whole lot of questions. Super excited. We'll talk wireworms, cutworms, you name it.
Everything I know nothing about. So
Well,
I'm gonna learn more than
You
anybody.
have a lot of wireworms in your
Yeah, those worms are different. My worms are totally different. Tanis ain't fixing my worms.
No.
I'm afraid.
So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to get into, she is part owner with her brothers or with her family, Townview Seeds, which is a custom, they supply commercial seed to growers. So they're a registered seed grower, so that
Pretty
we
awesome.
can get into. And then she also has some soap and deodorant and stuff there. She's a busy lady from goats.
The old girl's got some goats.
The old goat.
The old goats, yeah. And they're pretty cool.
You
actually. I
betcha.
love goats.
And Simplot got word coming this afternoon. Simplot is going to be advertising the hell out of this too. Their promotion department
And we appreciate
at
that. Super
headquarters.
cool.
You betcha. So once we get it up, they're gonna share the hell out of it. And wow, it's gonna be a great show.
Fans Perspective does agriculture.
You betcha. And
This is Tyson's sport.
that is my thing. I mean, I'm probably gonna learn a lot too. I know a lot of questions. I hope everyone is not afraid to ask questions, send texts,
Absolutely.
because it'll be great. And we don't want Tanis, you to text her directly. We'll relay the questions to her and she can answer live, and you can watch it live because we are going to be live. So
Absolutely. Probably out at Tyson's farm.
yeah, probably out of my place, maybe in a grasshopper field in a slough with a sprayer or something like that.
As long as you can keep the skeeters away. Not a fan
No,
of skeeters.
we're gonna be, I got it pictured, Wi-Fi is great on my deck.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna drive the sprayer right on my deck.
And beers taste better on a deck.
And beers taste better on the deck. Maybe the smoker is probably not gonna be far away. Maybe throw some goodies on there,
Oh,
like
you do have a
smoked nachos or something like that for after the
Tyson's
show.
got himself a new Traeger Ironwood 885.
You
So we
betcha.
might as well use the piss out of that.
100%. And yeah, we're probably hour 40, hour 50, depends. If the questions keep coming,
We'll keep asking
we'll
them.
keep asking them and we'll stay live.
And
So,
the more beers that come, the better. It's gonna
yes.
get.
And if it goes over, well, we'll do it again. So
Absolutely.
it's
And-
gonna be fun.
And next week will just be probably one show as I'm abandoning ship and I'm heading to Calgary to do some food. So I'm going to do helping run a big event for Centennial Foods in
This
Calgary.
man
So
is one of the
I'm-
busiest men I know.
it's not true, but I definitely feel too busy.
Now you're calling me a liar right on the
Yeah.
live.
Well, I mean, he cheers for the
Live
Oilers. We know he
podcast,
doesn't
like-
have a ton of education.
He's
No.
a dumb farmer
Yeah.
there. That's
I never said that. All my customers are farmers. Don't throw that in there. But yeah, I'm taking off to Calgary to go cook some food. I'm pretty excited to do that. So I'll be back on late Wednesday. So our show. will
So
be
who are you
rolling
cooking for
Thursday.
this weekend?
This weekend, just for myself, we leave
Yeah.
on Monday.
Okay, on
and then
Monday.
it's-
Well, who are you cooking for next week?
Monday, I'm heading up to spend a couple days with Centennial Foods,
Yeah.
and they host a. It's basically like a team building event. They bring all their executives, all their VPs, that kind of stuff, and all their employees in, and they make 5 teams from 5 different categories across Centennial Foods. Each team gets a tent with a Traeger, a gas grill, a bunch of other stuff, and then we all got to do like a meal, an alcoholic cocktail, appies, all sorts of stuff. I think we got to feed about 200 people.
Yeah.
So they got to get at least a bite of everything you make. And then I'm leading one of the teams. I'm going to be part of the barbecue team, of course. So I know brisket's on our menu. So we're going to do an overnight brisket. I think we're going to stuff them in some type of shells with some crazy cheese. And some of these guys are super chefy. And
I hope
so,
they
yeah.
know you can't cook worth a
Yeah,
shit.
they don't, but they are going to find out. But that's why I'm bringing a plethora
Hey,
of whiskey so that I can get them full of whiskey.
I got a joke for you. You're going to Alberta. You can say this one now after the election. So, what do the Calgary
Oh.
Flames and the NDP political party have in common? in
Absolutely
Alberta?
nothing.
Wrong answer.
Oh.
Wrong answer. They get close quite often, but they've only ever won one.
Oh. He thinks he's fucking hilarious.
That is good,
He
man.
lost his mind.
Who applause it is.
You're so stupid.
Oh
Man, for all our political fans out there, vote for who you want, but
man.
good God.
Flames NDP, same thing.
No, that's not the same thing. The Flames are, oh my God.
Hey, as a Flame fan, you can be quite fortunate that the Conservatives won because that was the arena deal going up.
Oh, that would have
Oh,
been,
Yep,
you'd have been toast.
it would have been.
Yeah.
There was strong rumors.
And
that
I was, and
Notley was pulling the money.
what? Yes, 100%. She basically said it. Thank God she didn't win. Holy
idiot.
moly.
Well, hey,
She's an idiot.
Flames, once again, NDP, one victory, so close so many times. But
We are not the political
what?
mirror of the NDP. If anything, we're the Buffalo Party. We
You
are
don't show up
lone
at all.
wolves.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
when we show up, everyone's like, holy shit, who's the new guy? These guys
You
are
know-
pretty good, but they never win, but they're pretty good.
That brings up a good point.
I don't want to hear it.
No, you talk about the Buffalo Party. Have you heard anything from them like since
No.
the last election?
No,
Like,
it's basically like the Flames. Since regular season, have you heard anything?
No.
No.
Like
they're golfing.
brutal,
No, it is
brutal.
brutal.
they'll never have a
No.
chance ever.
Never.
And we had a local woman from Leader
Yep.
running for them.
we did.
And I thought they had not a bad platform, but
Yep.
there has been and a never
They don't
will
have the
be.
money behind them, don't forget. And money talks because politics is
I
all
know, because
dirty
when
money.
you talk, I listen.
Oh God, nobody listens when I talk. I
You
can't
got
even
the
get Megan
cash.
to
What
listen.
are you talking about? We got all kinds of viewers just tuning in to hear Josh's perspective.
Oh yeah, that's tons. Mostly female. of
Probably
course,
they'd
yeah.
like to hear about the Flames and the new Democratic Party.
The Flames, that does line up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl Sutter, Jagmeet Singh, kind of the leaders,
Oh,
you know,
Don't be
very
mean.
similar.
Don't
very
talk
sim-
about Sutter like that. Sutter's he's a
I actually could see Sutter punching,
yeah. So
knocking,
could I.
knocking Singh right out.
Off the podium. And then going to bail.
Yeah, Sutter, he's a conservative. We
Oh yeah,
gotta-
there is no doubt about that.
he
Yeah.
he voted blue. There's
Yeah,
no
he
question
bleeds
about
it.
that. But
So, all right. We got
No,
NHL
no.
is there. Yes. NHL is there.
yeah,
Crazy.
Stanley Cup Finals.
Unreal. The teams that are in it is ridiculous. We've got
Well,
the
Vegas
NBA.
isn't so ridiculous.
It isn't, no, but it is to me. I
'Cause
never
they were
thought
the-
they were going to beat Edmonton.
No,
them not being there blows my mind.
Blows
I
mine
love
too.
it, but it blows my mind.
I'm sad.
I know. In your sadness, there's a lot of happiness.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
know.
So
Piss
just
off.
enjoy that.
I need a drink after that
Go have a
comment.
drink. Yeah, we might need stronger beer. NBA has been wild. The NBA, I didn't know this stat, but there has never been a team come back from 3-0 down to
No.
win.
And
Almost
yesterday, but
But
failed. The
the
Celtics.
game, me and Don talked about it at work. What I like,
You guys are a bunch of LeBron
anticlimactic,
lovers. there,
boring,
Schmaltz
let's go.
Insurance.
Yeah. No, we talk everything, especially
Okay.
sports, just
Women?
yeah.
So what women did you talk about?
Lately, Kelly Kwako came across the talk a
Okay,
couple
yeah,
days ago. Yeah, pretty hot. Megan, if you're watching, just kidding. Absolutely joking.
No, he's not. Megan, I've been at Schmaltz Insurance. It's really quite dirty.
It's a filthy.
Check the calendars behind the calendars because there's a truck calendar and then there's a woman calendar right behind.
If
So
you dare move that calendar. So the NBA has been wild. Miami is the 8th seed, shouldn't be there, a lot like the Florida Panthers. So crazy. Miami, really, they're both based out of Miami. That's crazy, man. Like,
NBA and NHL have both been like lower seeds in both sides. The powerhouse teams in both leagues are
not
gone.
going up.
Yeah.
They didn't show up these playoffs,
No.
which is crazy. And
Although Denver Nuggets in the NBA, they're
Yeah.
very solid.
they're good. Yeah, they've got a good team. Yeah, they're not there by mistake, and nor do I think Miami's there by mistake. But it's
do.
crazy to me. Like Jimmy Buckets, man, that kid, he doesn't want to lose. He's just got this. Like he made the team
He's
yesterday.
a talker.
Book flights to Denver instead of back to Miami before the game started. They didn't book flights back to Miami. He told them book flights to Denver. We're going. I love it. That is confidence, and he wins. So is he crazy?
He's
I
got
don't think so.
he needs a Phillips.
Oh,
screwdriver.
no, Jimmy Buckets.
He's got a
man.
couple screws loose. just saying.
No.
Yeah, he does.
He's just a typical basketball player. He's very arrogant, but I like
so
it
he's got two screws loose.
Well,
Maybe
maybe, but
typical basketball player.
potentially. Yeah, but I like it. I love their cockiness on some of them, and him for some reason he wears it good. I like it.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Baseball, Orioles. Like
I
you
don't
told
want
me,
to talk about baseball. Let's move on. And it's a big.
baseball is a lot like this. A
It's
lot
like-
more like this for
it's
me,
like-
and a lot more like this for Tyson this year. But
It is like we're
yeah, I'm first year actually.
we're
paying
like
attention.
Niagara Falls. The Toronto Blue Jays, like we went over and now the sale hasn't cost
20-1, and then you can't win the next game. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
Ah.
I don't understand.
They're not hitting well. They're not pitching well. They're
They just got to find their rhythm. That's all.
well, if there is,
If there, maybe there isn't.
yeah,
The Orioles won
probably
today, though.
most of their music.
Do you
they listen
wanna-
to, there is no
Come hang out on the Orioles bandwagon. Plenty of room.
not a chance.
Plenty of room, my friend. The Orange Bird. It's-
I'd sooner quit watching baseball.
Oh. We love the Orioles, don't we?
No, we do not. I hate them. I cheer for one team in each sport, and the Orioles are not it.
Orioles and Oilers. They go.
I
good
do like
together.
Camden Yards. Cal Ripken Jr. was a good Baltimore
Yeah.
Oriole.
He was probably their best.
Best of all time,
You
probably.
bet.
Other than that, I hate him.
Negative Nancy, just angry at the world.
No, I just cannot cheer for another team. I'm so loyal to my team
To a
and my
fault.
team only.
To a fault.
It is probably a fault of
It
mine.
is a fault.
Like
Oh.
the only sport I
Brainwashed
actually,
his kids. He brainwashed my kids.
the only sport I actually got like a couple teams would be the Swift Current Broncos and the Medicine Hat Tigers in
I got
junior
you.
hockey because we're in the middle.
Yeah, we're tied to
That is the only one. In the NFL, I got, of course, my Eagles, and then I got,
Yes, sir.
well, I kind of got some teams that I'll cheer for if my team ain't in it. But
Who would be it? Who would be
Well,
next top?
next, well, Buffalo, I'd have
I
to
was gonna
go
say
for.
mine too.
Yeah.
And
Just
I'm not a
because
Buffalo guy. I actually like
they
Josh
have-
Allen.
They have the Ryder syndrome.
Yeah, they do.
They lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Like, we can feel their pain.
Yeah, they
We lost a Grey Cup with the 13th man on the field.
we won the game, and then they threw a flag at like, oh, too many men on the field. Let's give this other team one more chance to
We
kick
never
it.
did. We said we'd talk about it way back. And it's such a
Let's do it. Why not?
it's like
It's Tuesday. I gotta
get the
tell you,
big freaking
where
knife
I
out.
was.
We're gonna
This-
open a wound.
you're gonna love this story though, because it is historically
Okay,
funny.
Okay.
On
Now
that-
get ready for some tears.
and
Get your
no,
Kleenex.
This
out.
is pure entertainment
Okay.
because this was the day that me and Megan that was almost the end of our relationship. It's right before marriage a little bit, and that was it. Our relationship was pretty much over that night.
Yeah.
I'm in her parents' living room.
Well,
watching
I
the
thought
game.
you were saying
Shut up.
bedroom.
Yeah, in her parents' bedroom. Get that shit out of here. I'm in her parents'
No
living
wonder.
room.
No wonder it was almost over, man.
That would have made it.
You were in there with her mother. For
Oh my god.
that's what I
Please.
say. Oh
we,
my
we
god.
need to put a disclaimer on here. Tyson's lost his damn
You
mind.
sick bastard, you. But carry on. Carry on.
Stupid bastard. So we're in the living room, and I believe Mikey and Ashley are there with us at
Now
the
it's the
time.
living room. How'd you
And,
get from the bedroom to the living
And a
room?
lot of people involved.
Okay. Okay.
So
Carry
the
on.
game's on. I'm the only one that watches CFL football religiously, of course. Big Rider fan. Mikey watched just because I was watching. It was an excuse to get together, order pizza, drink
Yeah.
beers. Megan's parents are in the kitchen, literally not paying any attention. They've got a daughter, never watched football, so they're just enjoying us filling the house.
Yep.
And so I'm the old man. I'm on the edge of my seat. That game was amazing. It comes down to it. The other team gets it on, I think it's like the 55-yard or 53-yard line. They go to kick the field goal. To
Anthony
win the game.
Calvillo. Let's
That's
get this.
right. Anthony Calvillo led Montreal
A
OS.
legend in the CFL.
They get him within a field goal range, 50 some yards, with no time on the clock, and they put it up and they go wide. Riders
wide
win by
left.
2 points. I think.
Yes, we were up 1. Wide
That's-
left.
Yeah,
Wide
that's right. Wide left. So we just got to basically get it out of the end zone. It's over. I mean, it's over. We're all cheering, but in the back, there's a yellow flag sitting on the field.
Yeah.
And I immediately went from this to puke on the tongue.
Just excuse my
All good.
you
up-
talk, I'm
about
gonna
to-
listen.
About to puke. And I know it's coming back. We're getting a penalty. They're getting another shot. Sure enough, 13th man, too many men on the field. They get to move the ball up 5 yards, get a chance at another kick. Of course, he makes it. Zeros on the clock. The fans had already started to jump on the field to celebrate. And then it's like, no, you lost. They win. Game over. Season over. Grey Cup in hands, out of hands. And I remember the tears. I was just in shock, just sitting there. And I mean, like, pukey sick, right? Like, you if you're not from Saskatchewan, which I'm sure most of our viewers are, but if you're not, it's all we have is the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and we lose so much and so.
No, you're
prolifically.
wrong there, man.
No, that's all we got.
No, we got potash mines too.
Yeah, we have nothing to cheer for. We have one thing, and it is the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And
What
and
about
it was
the Rush? What about the
absolute-
Rush?
They didn't even exist back then, and
Oh,
so we
okay.
were literally just devastated. And my phone is blowing up. My dad, everybody, is just like, "Can you believe that happened?" Yada yada yada. And I look over, and Megan looks at me and she goes, "It's not that bad. Like, Montreal won." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Well, at least the Canadian team won this year." I almost flipped the fucking coffee table. This is the Canadian Football League, honey. She's thinking it's like,
Hey, in
NHL
her
national-
defense, we did
Oh.
have Baltimore in. for a
yeah,
while.
in the 90s, man. Like, I was
well,
just,
that's when she won.
oh,
Rob,
no,
she was
she's
bad.
never won.
I'm
She was
defending Megan.
7 in the 90s. Man, Mikey Dirk laughed so hard. He was in tears, rolling. So that night we ended up going out. I don't remember where we went out for drinks after. I had to do something to drink my sorrows away. And all Mikey kept saying was, "Schmaltz, don't be so upset, man. Canadian team won tonight." And I was just like, so that's been an ongoing joke in our relationship.
Well,
And she will never make that mistake.
so now I'm gonna
ever again.
add to the story a little bit because Megan gave me her version of this
She
story.
never did. She
Yeah.
doesn't bring it up because
So-
she knows.
It wasn't actually the relationship almost didn't end because of the Rough Riders at all. It was after that event. Josh just couldn't perform anymore.
Oh my god, this created a
She
erectile
said- she-
dysfunction.
She actually said he wasn't great before, but he was terrible after.
I missed every field goal after that. You
He was wide right all the time.
silly bastard. Lost his mind.
There
know,
was no
I
touchdown.
let him have one pre-show beer. And this is the shit that happens, guys. No more. I'm gonna get him on the O'Douls. I'll fix the man.
So in
Don't
the
worry.
bedroom, do you like kick the extra point or do you go for two?
Just a little Ray Lewis pump up music, and that's it.
No 2-point
There's
convert.
no 2 points. I'll be lucky if she's awake when I go to bed. She is so done with my silliness.
Man, I've been waiting for the show. It's gonna get raunchy tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid.
We're gonna have to cut this one short. I haven't paid for the explicit department.
Oh, I put explicit on it, everything I upload. So
I'm not even sure we can fit any more money in our square jar. I put a quick 10 in there tonight.
But anyways, you at home, you believe whichever side of the story you want, but mine's the truth.
It is not the truth. This guy.
That's okay, buddy. They make pills for that kind of
Oh
thing now.
my god, do they?
Yeah, it's
You idiot.
here. You got him hidden in this little candy
These
thing
work.
there.
I'm in big trouble. I've been feeding these Parker and Levi for a whole week.
Well, no wonder he didn't want to sleep tonight.
Exactly. They're just citrus candy.
Daddy, could you give me one of your magazines?
2023. Yeah, dummy.
Well, maybe we should talk something else.
Yeah, I'd prefer it. I mean, that was not where I was going with my Rough Rider story.
Well, speaking of the Rough Riders, they are still in camp. The backup quarterback position is an interesting
That
one
is a
because
awesome battle.
all three backups, I guess, had not a bad game.
No, they didn't. They all made plays.
Yes,
All of
Mason
them, whether it
Fine,
be with their arm or with their legs.
Shea Patterson, and Jake
Delegala.
Delegala, and
Yeah.
he's the big man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the one interview on Instagram. There's this 5 foot something reporter, and she's holding the mic way up in the air.
I didn't see it, but I know
He's a monster.
big dude, which I like for the short yardage and all that. I
Can he
hope
run
he's-
though? Can he run?
I don't
You
know.
have to run in the CFL.
Yeah, you do. You do. You've only got 3 downs, and that football's as big as a beach ball. You
Like,
have to run.
Doug Flutie wasn't a big guy, but he could run, and I like that style of
Agile.
quarterback.
I do too. Yeah, I don't want a running quarterback, but I want a guy that
I
knows
want
how
a
to
runner.
run.
I want a Nealon Green who can throw.
Yeah.
Because Nealon Green couldn't throw. I
That's
think.
true.
Do you think it was maybe the visor was too dark? He
It
just
could
could.
have been either
Like,
that or
he
the
would have been-
pregame drug.
And he'd have dropped back. Hey man, I can't see you.
It might have been the pregame drug. So where this is
The
debatable.
visor was so dark he couldn't see anybody. Color of the uniform's nothing, so he just threw it, and it looked like it too.
There were some games. There's nobody over there. What in
How
the-
about smiling Hank Burris though? He had a rocket.
he did have a rocket. I wish we could have hung on to old Henry.
He was like Randy Johnson in football. Like
Totally.
he threw it 135 miles
And he
an
had
hour.
field goal for teeth.
Yeah.
The biggest gap I've ever seen.
Well, that's why smiling Hank.
Yeah.
Him and
that's
Michael
right.
Strahan are third cousins.
Oh,
twice
yeah,
removed.
exactly. They both got their tongue in prison.
Yeah.
it's the truth, guys. Holy shit.
Oh man, what a wild show we're having.
Yeah.
today.
No more
Hey,
pregame beer.
Okay, let's we're on the CFL. Give me your top 3 quarterbacks that you've witnessed watching in the CFL. Just
In
give
my
me-
entire
well, just in your watching days, like not
Yeah.
obviously Ron Lancaster, we can't
Yeah,
comment
nope.
on because he's way, but guys you have seen. Give me your top 3.
like okay. I'm gonna go Anthony Calvillo for my number 1, since that I got
Yeah,
to personally
yeah.
watch. Number 2 would have been
Was this in Megan's parents' bedroom
Oh,
you
Jesus,
watched or yours?
there's a living room. Have some heart.
No heart here,
And
buddy.
then
No heart.
who's the guy that no, it's terrible. I can't remember his name.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
The Edmonton
Give me a
Eskimo
clue.
forever. Bald. Ended up in Toronto, won there too.
Damon Allen,
No. Come on.
Warren Moon,
Ray. No.
Ray Elgard,
No.
Ray Lewis,
Yeah, I like him. Come on, man.
Ricky Ray.
Oh, for the love
Yes,
of
Ricky Ray.
was it Ricky Ray?
Ricky Ray.
That's got to be who it is. Then.
100%.
Yeah, him. He was awesome.
100%,
And
yeah.
then
number 15.
yeah, that's our boy.
Yeah.
Drafted
I
by
know.
the Jets way
Way back when.
Ricky Ray. He
Okay.
was awesome.
Yeah.
And then just because I'm a rider and I got to do it, and he won for me, and I always loved the guy. I love Derry.
Darian Durant.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he was elite in that category, but he was a winner when it came down to it. He
Yeah.
gave us what we wanted. We got our cup. He put everything on the line. He's my number 3. Yeah. Yeah, but
Oh,
those would be in
Okay.
my eras.
Then we're gonna go to
'cause
receivers next.
I never got
So get your receiver list
I
ready.
never got the Flutie era, right?
Yeah.
I never got to watch. I started
Okay.
watching after.
Here's my guys. Damon Allen.
Sure. And I never got that either. I got the very tail end of his career. So,
Of course, Doug Flutie is by far the best,
and him I never watched either.
but I'm gonna give you 4.
Okay.
Matt Dunnigan.
Never watched him either. So I'm
was
cooking
awesome.
on the cooking
And
show.
here's way back when Roy DeWalt from the BC.
Don't
Lions.
even know that name.
Yes.
Yes.
So he threw. There
This
was a
is
guy.
proving his age, and it's beautiful.
There was a guy that was a receiver for the BC Lions. His name was Swervin Mervin Fernandez.
Oh my god!
And
you're
for
so
you,
old.
for all you guys back home, you know who I'm talking about. And how about
If you're over 65.
at running back, Darnell Clash?
Oh.
Like great
Oh.
historic names going
These
back.
guys wouldn't even compete nowadays.
Okay.
They played back when they had to kill a pig on
Hey,
the sideline to
They
make the
had.
ball.
You ever see the movie Leatherheads? That's
Yeah.
how they played.
That was rugby.
Yeah.
You were
And it's
watching-
not a bedroom game. It was on the field there. So give me your top receivers. Who do you like at receiver?
Hmm. Oh man. That's G. Roy Simon.
G. Roy Simon.
I
okay.
love G. Roy.
Yeah. Give me 3. Give me 3.
Man, who's our boy on the NFL panel right now? Arrogant guy.
I mean-
CFL panel, sorry.
Oh, I know. Milt Stegall.
Milt Stegall. Yeah, I love Milt. Like I
You
said,
traitor. Winnipeg.
I know.
Winnipeg.
I know, but he doesn't play for money, so that's okay. He's old. And then after that, to be honest with you, it's hard for me. Like I said, I only watched in these last couple of years, and receivers aren't what they used to be. They only
Yeah,
last a
yeah.
couple seasons and they're
Mhm.
gone. They go down the NFL and make a practice roster and they're toast.
Yep.
So Edmonton had one that I really liked for a while there, and I don't even remember his name. That's how sad it was. That was back in the 09, 10, 11, 12 era. I'd have
Yeah.
to Google it. but I
Craig
can't
Ellis
even-
by chance?
Nope.
No.
Don't even know that name. That's
Oh.
beyond my era of knowing. I didn't start watching until 2005,
So
till after I graduated.
do you remember that
Crazy.
Montreal, that little guy? His name is slipping me, but he played with Calvillo.
Yeah, he was unreal.
Ben Cahoon.
Ben Cahoon.
He's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Great.
And then there,
Don Narcisse. from
Don
the
Narcisse.
Saskatchewan Roughriders.
who Jeff Dort wants for jersey.
Yeah.
Who was
Jeff.
the other guy that Montreal had on the other side? SJ Green.
S.J. Green.
That would be another one that
tremendous
I would
guy.
have picked because that was my era.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah,
And Ben
and,
Cahoon
and
were
Swervin Mervin Fernandez was
That's
tremendous.
beyond me.
He was great. Like
That's
that's
Saskatchewan.
when they wore like an orange and white. They were great.
their jerseys were
Saskatchewan
sweet.
sucked when I was growing up.
Yeah, there's a long
terrible.
span of the Riders blowing.
Yeah, and actually, Milson Jones, Butterfinger Jones, we used to call him. He was running back for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
No names that I don't know.
Yeah, great.
It's not-
Okay,
you're
okay,
old.
move on. Defensive lineman.
This is way beyond.
And you have to have one Rough Rider. Okay, I'm gonna give you one right now. Bobby Jurison.
Yeah, I mean, I loved him only because my dad
The
loved
only
him.
thing I hated about Bobby Jurison was his girlfriend is at one end of the stadium and his wife was at the other.
You hated that? That was just smart.
Well, that wasn't great planning.
Yeah,
Like he
well-
should have told him different days.
Oh, that's
Then there
true.
would have been no
They
chance.
they wouldn't have to buy 2 seats. It's the
'Cause,
same
yeah.
seat,
Yeah,
different girls.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
Bobby
anyways,
messed up.
Uh,
I loved his bandana.
terrible. And then we used to have, he was an interior lineman, Gerald Bayless for the Saskatchewan Roughs.
He is so old.
Defensive tackle. He was my all-time favorite.
Oh.
Like Gerald Bayless, Micah Johnson,
Oh, I love
Gerald
Micah
Bayless would have took him and used him as a post.
Johnson. Yeah,
Serious.
You're old.
Gerald Bayless
You forget these guys. These athletes are different now.
and Reggie Hunt at
yes,
linebacker.
that name.
Reggie Hunt.
That name I know. I'm telling you,
Oh.
there hasn't been a specimen like the one that we gave away to Winnipeg in a long time. There has not been a Willie Jefferson in the
I
Riders
don't like
lineup.
Willie Jefferson.
You can say all you want, but that guy wins. And all he
Cameron
does
Wake
is
was
win.
much better.
Cameron Wake. I mean, he ended up in the NFL.
I
I
know.
mean, like I'm telling you, Willie he's setting records.
Okay.
He literally, every team he goes to ends
You
up
know
being
what?
a
I
winner.
forgot a couple of honorable mentions for the Riders. Ray Elgard and Jeff Fairholm.
Yeah, great players.
Great.
None of them as prolific as a Willie Jefferson. Literally, since we lost Willie,
Willie who?
yeah, since we lost Willie, we've been losing.
Yeah, but
since
we suck.
Winnipeg got him, they got him, and
Yeah,
they've been
he
winning
is good.
the best. He's the very best defensive player in the league, and there's
disagree.
no question on that.
I disagree.
There's no question.
No.
There's not one player that changes a defense more than he does. And you can ask, they interviewed every single quarterback last year.
Yeah,
and
well,
they all
quarterbacks,
said
what do
that.
they know?
Well, are you kidding? They literally
Especially-
said when you play against Winnipeg, it's not about their team defense. The very first thing in film room is find out where Willie's coming from, and then we move on from there. That is a testament.
See,
And he's
I'd
huge.
go right at him. I think he's soft.
6'7", 280 pounds,
Easy to-
5% body fat.
easy to
The guy would
see.
grab me and
Easy to-
Tyson and smack us together
Hey.
and make us look like a pimple.
You know what? We'd make him look silly, just a
Oh
little
my-
razzle dazzle. And
I'm starting to realize he like Keegan said, he's got these foggy glasses on. All they show is Oilers.
You know what?
And old.
Here's what would
plays.
happen.
He's like Cameron. He lives kind of like these. Remember these guys? And I'm like, if those guys played in today's game, they would not even.
So
it'd be like
this is
Gretzky.
what you do.
Gretzky wouldn't even be a top player in the league right now. It's crazy.
This is what you do. So you line up Jefferson's on the left here. Hut! And Jefferson comes in and you just give him, he likes to spin on that outside tackle, right? So he
If
spins,
he
out,
has to.
you spin in.
Oh
and
my
lay
god!
in there.
And he's got a 15-foot wingspan. He just grabs Tyson by the
It don't
jugular.
matter.
Tosses
It don't
him
matter.
down.
By the time he knows what's happening, I'm 30 yards down the field.
Okay, who wants to see Tyson run 30 yards with a ball?
Reggie, if you're up there, let's get this on.
I am somehow going to figure out a way to get Willie on the show and chase Tyson around.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Reggie White. Well, this isn't even a challenge. But Willie Jefferson. Oh my God.
Oh, you would absolutely
Hey,
die. If
hey,
you
let
have a
me
heart
tell ya.
attack, it'd kill you.
Now this is how things are. Like Willie Jefferson ain't nothing. If that is a Black Angus wearing number 99 there, okay, and you got this little square bale of hay, and that bastard is hungry, and you say, "Hut, you know how to dodge and juke and jive." Jefferson ain't nothing. Any rodeo clown would deke him out like nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
This show has gone off the rails tonight. There will be no pregame beers for Tyson ever.
Telling you, he's a has-been and a never will be.
Oh my God, he's won 2 years in a row. And
Gerald
MVP.
Bayless. Gerald
Oh
Bayless.
my God. So Tyson is the
Vince Goldsmith.
prototypical guy that grew up in a little bit of a different era that thinks it was better than all the other eras. He's got the blinders on, guys. I can understand. It's like me in
I'm
volleyball.
telling you.
I don't sit back and say, I'm a provincial champion 3 times in a row. My volleyball is better. I understand. The guys that were
We only had
after
4
me
teams back
would
in
have
your day.
crushed me regular provincial. We had all the same teams. And we won a 5A tournament, which I
You
think
did.
only one other team has ever done in Fox Valley. Yes, we did. And but I know for a fact that it got better and better and better. And the years of Tyson Dirk and Johnny Schneider and Dylan and Jeremy, that was about 5 years after me. That team would have dominated any team we ever had. And I'm just a big enough man
So,
to admit.
Just so you know, when Willie comes at me, you're my hot option. So
Oh,
he's
shit.
gonna come.
Don't you dare throw that ball to me.
I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm throwing the little screen over top of his head. So if when you get that pass, you get them little bastard legs running.
If I get one more concussion, I'm out
Hey,
of here.
I'm going upfield. I'm gonna block.
Oh my God. Now I have to run.
The old,
Billy Jefferson and he's my blocker.
the old chop block. eh?
Holy shit.
By the time Jefferson knows that it was a screen pass, we probably are halfway
I'm
up the field.
pretty sure I'm gonna have to buy an extremely good life insurance policy before this. I'm gonna. Oh, you're
Oh.
such an idiot.
Okay,
He's
well,
lost it. He's absolutely.
we
lost
know
it.
you have a man crushing Jefferson. Anybody else you like on
Mm.
defense in the CFL?
I really like AC Leonard.
How about you fans at home? They're James Quick Parker,
No one's ever heard of him either. It's okay, guys.
the
No one-
sack master.
The average person is under 65 that listens to this, Tyson.
Hey.
I-
You remember Okay, here's one for you. Joe Montford, the sack master in Hamilton. Look up his stats. You beast.
He's so old. that he
He'd have
has
ate
that.
Willie Jefferson for breakfast.
Oh my God. He
Like
can't
there'd
get
have
over
been-
it.
He'd have been using him as a little toothbrush.
Oh.
Joe Montford.
It's Joe Montana. He was the quarterback
Joe-
of the San Francisco 49ers.
God damn, Google, I'm doing it right now.
Willie would toss him around.
Joe Montford.
Willie, I know you're a big fan of the show. If you're listening,
Willie, you suck.
come on. He does
You left the
not.
Riders.
I
You
know that
suck.
that hurts me.
Okay, pick one. Pick one. I've given so many here for you.
Nobody knows the guy's names. For all we know, you're making up shit.
All
Good
right, there.
God.
Number 53.
Back when the jerseys, they still had the huge shoulder pads.
Look
Good
at there.
God.
Joe Montford. Look at
Oh
that.
my God. Here, can we get this on
He's
camera?
in the Hall of Fame.
Look at the side. That's like when Ray Lewis entered the league in '99. I don't know if you can see that, but he's got the monster shoulder pads. He's Tyson's out of touch.
Joe Monster
We're
Montford.
gonna have to get a shirt made. Tyson
Okay.
on the back, out
Here,
of touch.
look at there. Classic.
Look at the shoulder pads.
That was a neck protector. Yeah. Look here. Okay, here we go. There
You're
we go.
such without equipment on.
Yeah, just a machine.
Oh,
Just a machine. You got anybody else, man?
I really, you know what? I don't know what to say at this exact time. I'm absolutely taken back by your
How about Mike
stupidity
O'Shea?
tonight. Hey, there we go. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. The most electrifying player you have ever seen in the CFL.
Most electrifying player.
Electrifying offense.
Oh man. I really, really liked. I love Joffrey Reynolds in his prime. I thought that guy was out, and he grosses me out because I'm not a snap.
Another
guy.
New Democratic
But Chad
answer.
Owens was probably. Chad Owens was unreal fun to watch, being that he's an
Chad
inch and a half
Owens,
shorter
yeah.
than us, and put up over 1,000 yards like
What
4
are you
years in
saying?
a row during
What are
that.
you trying to
We're
tell
not
us?
tall. We're not
No.
tall.
Okay.
I enjoyed Weston Dressler, but I never seen him do the things that the high profile
So-
every game.
I got two, and they're actually both Argos.
Okay.
Mike Pinball Clemens,
Pinball Clemens. Yeah. And see, I never got him till he was in the
And-
last year.
the Rocket Ismail,
Yes. Another guy that I hit those two names I know. Okay. He's not making up everybody's name.
John Candy days.
John Candy and
Yeah,
Gretzky.
yeah, and Gretzky and Bruce McNall from
Yep.
the old LA King owner, the guy who lost it all. But those are two very electrifying. Darnell Clash was good too. Like
He doesn't exist. That's a made up name.
Southern.
That's amazing. He's Googling. He's going to create a guy on AI
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah. Guys, I apologize. I'm going to work on my co-host for next week. Less alcohol. We'll get it figured out.
Oh man. Here we go. Here we go.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Here we go.
Hey, you guys see that my Orioles won tonight, though?
Let's not talk about that. There we go.
We got Memorial Cup on.
Number one, Darnell Clash, right there.
Jesus, man, he's even older. Look at the helmet. It's made of metal, solid metal.
Look at that.
Holy shit, you guys.
Look at that.
That's who he's remembering. He's so
He was
fucking old.
tremendous. He was tremendous.
He played in the era when nothing was good. Sorry,
Okay, now I'm
deny
gonna-
that to death.
Here we go. Here's another one.
Not happening. Not going for it. Not falling.
You have to. You have to. Here it comes.
Nope.
I'm gonna show you Roy DeWalt.
Oh god. Now let's get into some NFL.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of NFL,
Mhm.
sounds like DeAndre Hopkins wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle.
Well, that's good. They can have him because I just read the report tonight on why the Ravens backed
There we
out.
go. Roy DeWalt.
I'm okay if the Philadelphia Eagles want him to at this point.
I didn't say they want him to. I said he wants to go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, did you see what he wants?
No, what does he want?
The highest contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he
So when
wants
the
more
Ravens
than,
pursued him, like
Lamar
30 million
Jackson.
for a year kind of stuff, like
Oh, okay.
30 some million. Yeah.
Well,
And he wants a multi-year
we
deal
only
for
got
it.
12 million cap space.
It's crazy. So Mr. Chad Ward sent me a link tonight and said, hey, did you know this? And I really didn't. And it's DeAndre Hopkins rumors. Ravens did their homework on wide receiver and backed off on the trade. He wants huge bucks.
We don't
Wants-
need him. I mean, we got
That's-
great.
anybody that gets him better need him because
Well,
he said, I want to be paid.
The Browns is a possibility.
Yep, and they're dumb enough to pay it. Look what they did with
Well, actually, I
Deshaun
think
Watson.
he'd fit in with the
Oh,
Browns.
he would. Yeah, if it's a team full of
Yeah,
idiots. Yeah,
Misfits.
yeah. I was gonna say criminals, idiots,
Yeah.
whatever. I hate the Browns. They might be great people, but in my opinion,
Hey, I thought of another great receiver's name.
I would want DeAndre
I
Hopkins
got
before
two.
we go too far.
Yeah.
I would want him. I love
you?
him. I just don't love him for the price he wants.
I'm going
I
back.
think he's amazing.
I'm going back to the CFL.
Oh God, we're past the
Here we go.
CFL. Your name's
Sorry,
don't
gotta go
count.
back. Alan Pitts and Dave Sapunjas.
No, don't know the second one. Alan Pitts is real. That's a real name, guys. You can Google that.
Travis Moore.
That one I know.
Gosh, I'm like, these are classic guys. Classic.
Some are. No, Tyson, I'm very
So
disappointed.
back to the NFL now.
Yes.
Okay.
Right to the NFL.
Okay. What do you want to talk about other than
Just everything, man. It's crazy. Like we're right around the corner from like the OTAs are on right now.
Yep.
They're there. Couple injuries already. And it's gonna happen.
couple fingernails,
And,
couple hangnails.
yeah, like the Ravens lost a guy for the year already. He has the same name as Michael Thomas, the receiver, but not the Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You know, these poor bastards don't even get to the season. They're already injured. And it's just the NFL is such a rough sport. And you got to remember,
They're competing for their lives.
I was going to say, even in this, that only 20% have a guarantee at this point. The other 80 are still trying to make it.
Did you see? So I don't know if this is in the NFL or not, but the CFL has those pull-on,
Yeah.
like
NFL has them too.
toques. It looks
Yeah.
like
It's
goes
your
over
choice
the
if you want to
helmet.
wear them and whatnot, but apparently they
Why
work.
wouldn't you?
Absolutely. But you got to remember, a lot of these guys have egos and they don't want a picture taken of them while wearing
well,
it, a
who
pillow on their
cares?
head. But who the hell cares
Yeah,
for safety?
exactly.
Like,
and
jeez.
and when you're not doing your drill, it would be real easy to have a little nap in between.
Oh yeah, good God, they look comfortable.
Yeah,
They look like it is huge. They're
Yeah.
awesome. Like
they are, but
they're hilarious.
it's so if you get helmet to helmet, it's not going to
Yep.
be that severe impact.
Oh, because it's not two hard surfaces hitting, right? It's like two pillows. It's still gonna hurt.
yeah,
when those guys
it
are
will,
hitting.
but
it is gonna, like concussion grades would be much less.
oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Which is what we want because I want to see my guys on the field every game. I'm so excited this year.
Are
man.
you?
I am like not just for the Ravens,
For like the
for
preseason,
NFL to
for the
start. No, not
preseason,
for the
yeah.
preseason.
Well, that's the only time the Ravens are
God.
actually in it.
We actually made it last year. He keeps saying it. We lost out
You-
the wild card.
Like
That's
you
the
made it to
playoffs.
the regular season.
Oh my God. Lost by one play to the damn Bengals without a quarterback and
Oh,
with no
the
receiver.
Bengals had no
and
quarterback.
all he does is talk about it.
Damn
He-
place.
so he can remember a CFL player who doesn't exist from the friggin' 60s, but he doesn't remember that the Ravens basically beat the Bengals with nobody on offense,
But
only
you
lost by
said
a
the Bengals
mistake.
had no quarterback.
No, the Ravens had no
Well,
quarterback.
the Ravens never have a
Oh
quarterback.
God, we do this here, baby. We
Yeah,
do
for
this here.
preseason.
We'll see. We'll see. If you want to put money on the line, we will put some money on the line.
Okay, we will.
But
We will. You'll be wearing.
you
some
are not,
Eagle.
you know, Tyson, you don't have a good track record. You're I couldn't be any better has not.
I'm not
panned
gonna
out
go. I'm not
well.
going with that line. I'm not gonna go.
Ever again.
I got a
Life
new line.
can't get better.
I got a new line, man. But
Don't let me hear
I'm
it.
willing to bet your Ravens are going to be at least three wins. I'll give you the over under of 4. Let's go 4. Over under of 4 against wins losses versus the Eagles wins losses. So that means they're going to be 4 games less than the Eagles. The Eagles are probably going to go like 15-3. Ravens 10-8.
Nope, I don't see it. I see the Ravens
Okay,
winning 12
right
games.
here.
12 games this year. I see the
Okay,
Ravens winning.
so over under 4.
Okay.
So 4.
Yep, 4. So even if
4
you
or
won 10
less
and we only won
is
6,
me.
you still
Yeah,
win. That's
yeah,
right.
okay.
That makes sense.
And what are we betting here? Let's
What's something fun that actually and we could do the tattoo thing, but that's not really fair.
no, I
Because
cut
I
my
love
skin off.
tattoos that you don't like tattoos.
I'd
No,
cut
I'd
my
never make
skin
you
off.
put a Ravens or Flames tattoo.
Okay, well,
It'd be a tattoo your choice, but you got to get some ink, that kind of
okay,
thing.
no.
I'm not the guy that does that. That's later on in the show, year 2, year 3,
Here.
we do a tattoo where you get a beautiful Flames logo on your arm to match mine.
We'll come up. with
Let's think.
something.
Well, let's
Well-
set a poll out there
Yeah,
and let you guys decide kind of something in the realm.
That-
In the realm,
that could be.
we're not
bad.
going to get a
That
tattoo.
could be very
Good.
bad.
Let's make it bad because I'm going to win this thing.
Oh no, I'm gonna win.
You- Life cannot get any better.
I know Lamar cannot make a whole season, and
Hasn't been
he
able
has
to.
more touchdown passes to the other team than he has to
He
his own.
doesn't. That's a lie. That's just a plain old lie. He doesn't.
And he can't run. He's got a gimpy knee. He looks like a miniature horse with
Oh.
weights.
Oh God. He looks the same as Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh God, look now he's getting defensive.
Jalen Hurts,
This damn hero.
like,
All right,
it's not even in the same.
let's.
Not even in the same book. We have to go to edition
Oh
5.
my God, the guy's never won a thing just like Lamar hasn't.
Oh,
They're just a bunch of losers until they win.
Jalen
He
does
holds
more
him
by-
in the regard of Mahomes, which is hilarious.
Jalen does more by accident than Lamar does
Oh,
on purpose.
Jalen's had one good year. Don't forget Lamar literally ran the league in 19. Literally ran the league in
literally
19.
ran. No wonder
MVP of the
NFL
entire
sucks.
league.
No wonder the NFL
Oh,
sucks. Speaking of that,
Guy's full of it.
while we're arguing,
Full of it.
I am a little cheesed at the NFL for their new TV package.
Well, I mean, lack of TV.
We're not going to
package.
get, as fans in Canada, for damn sure, we are not getting nothing.
Yeah, on Sunday we will get all the primetime games, and that is it. There will be none of the
There is no NFL Sunday ticket no more.
nope, and there's no more regular Sunday games where we got
It's
about
all
8 or 10.
streaming.
It's all streaming. And wild card, not even on the American TV either.
No, not televised.
Not televised. You got to stream it if you want to watch wild card. That is bullshit.
When you got shitty internet like we do in rural Canada.
and not everybody lives in the city.
Yeah, like NFL, wake up.
Yeah, that is
It's a joke.
It is a joke.
Can you imagine the revenue going to be lost from NFL ticket,
Well,
Sunday ticket?
so that's what you bring up. But then what I read the other day is the streaming services offered hundreds of millions
How are they making their money though? Like
off the
pay-per-views?
advertising on. The
Yeah,
streaming.
well, none of us can see it.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a ton. My buddies down in the States don't even have TV. They haven't had TV for 10, 20 years, man. Like, it's crazy. They haven't had a TV
So-
bill in years.
So what do they do? Do they
Stream everything.
so
If they
they-
want, they've got YouTube TV. They have,
like draw little things on the TV box that the TV came in and set that in the corner and watch that?
it's crazy, man. Like, so I'll be there and they'll be like, hey, like, what are we going to watch tonight? I'm like, all right, let's go through the guide. They're like, you just tell the TV what we want to watch. It'll pull up the latest episode. It's unreal, but they have the fastest internet, the best internet. But
Yo,
so they just open up their TV. All it is apps. So like, oh, we go to this one for all the TV shows. This one's all for movies.
So
This
their internet I describe as the fighter jet taking off
yep.
of aircraft carrier.
We have a trolling motor.
Our internet is the old dial-up telephone
Yeah.
where you roll and then it comes
The
back,
difference is
and
a
then-
jet boat to a trolling motor, and we rock that trolling motor, and it might be stuck on seaweed.
brutal. Our internet is brutal.
Well, even with the
Hey, that's like last week with
and
Brit
we
there.
apologize.
Yeah, sorry for that. Sorry for that.
It's been great.
It's all
tonight.
Brittany's fault.
Yeah,
All
Brittany, damn Regina internet.
Yeah.
But tonight it's been good.
It has been.
It's been good.
But it probably does slow down a little bit, means we had two.
Yeah, because we got a feed coming in and our feed
Yes,
going out.
yes.
So I'm like I said, I don't know if it was ours or hers, to be honest with you, but I would suspect it would be ours. Just
I
because
would
we-
bet, but you
But
never know.
our side really never jocked. Theirs did. So who knows? I don't know how the internet works. God, I'm just here to drink whiskey and talk to you guys.
Maybe she's not in the city. Maybe she's kind of in the
Yeah, or you
Like,
remember if you're in a condo,
Balgoni
they
or
fight over signals. They
Yeah.
do.
yeah,
and, and I
that's
do
true.
believe she lives in a condo because even in Medicine, when I was in the condo, I would have I think I had when I left 250, which here I have 50,
Yeah.
which is the speed. So I had 5 times as much.
Really?
And weeknights, yeah, it was unreal. I could press a button and the movie was
So
playing. with
Starlink
0
has
lag.
more than you then.
I have no idea what Starlink has incoming,
Yeah.
but 50 is the fastest you can get with SaskTel in small towns.
Yeah.
So commercial, they only give you 25,
Really?
and here 50. Yeah, 50
Did you-
download they call it.
Did
Yeah.
you do a speed test?
So yeah, I'm at 47 is the best day I've ever
Megabytes.
got.
Really?
Yeah, 47. So they say I can get 50. I've
Well,
never hit 50.
I've tested
And-
Starlink. It is faster.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
awesome.
up to 100.
Wow. And Darcy can't get over 40
Really?
in town here with Starlink. Yeah. 'cause
Really?
He's got Starlink. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I think it depends on the time of day and stuff
For
like
sure.
that too. Yeah.
Plus trees and depending
Tree,
where you're
yeah.
located and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and don't forget with Starlink, it depends on where your satellite is, which is cool.
100%,
So
yes.
you might be in a way better region, maybe direct shot too.
Well,
Less
probably
distance,
not,
but
probably
you never know where it's flowing because
It-
yours
it-
move too.
Yeah,
Starlinks is constantly kind of moving in a certain area.
it is better, but it's still no screaming hell.
No,
Like,
it's no city in
Maddie in Saskatoon. Wow, now that's internet.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
a joke. I'll tell you. I guess I didn't live in a house, but in the condo, it's a joke.
Did you
It
have
was-
like a tent in the park then, or
No, we lived in a
No.
condo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
top floor of
A-
the condo,
a
but
condo tent in the park?
yeah, a condo tent in the park. I wish it was a tent. That place hemorrhaged money.
Hey, you pitch tents way too often, buddy.
Oh God, this again. Like a little blue pill. He's lost it, guys. Less alcohol. Ice and Jack's night, guys. Losing his mind.
Well, this has been
It's been entertaining
yes,
nonetheless.
entertaining. I'm loving every minute of it.
So yeah, no, the internet is something that we lack, but when we lack in stuff like that, we gain in everything else because the lifestyle that we get to live. It's not a rock star lifestyle, but if you don't understand small town, it is awesome.
I think you have a rock
um,
star because you were talking about bedroom stuff earlier on.
Oh
in the
God,
show.
I was not. You were talking
And,
about
and
bedroom
you've been
stuff.
talking about blue pills all night. Like, I'm just putting two and two together here now.
He's making everything up. He made up football names. He's making up my sexual fantasies now. He's lost it, guys. We'll set a prayer jar aside for him. It won't be a swear jar. It'll be a prayer jar.
I hate to tell you, but I'm beyond help. So
No, I don't think so. There's always a string to pull, and we can bring you back.
I don't think so.
I got you, buddy. I got you. God can do massive things.
Maybe, but this is quite a.
That's true. It would be
overall-
a stretch even for him,
Oh.
but I think he's
It'd
got
be a
it in.
challenge. A challenge.
He did. I was praying the other day, and he said, "Give me a challenge, Josh." I said, "I got one. I got a massive challenge." He said, "Maybe a different one."
Could you give me a second pick?
Do I have an option? Shit. So yeah, but the lifestyle in small towns is the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
The podcast lifestyle is like a rock star.
yeah, I mean, we can't even walk out of the house without people asking us for autographs. It's them. It's them. The only person that does that is my kids.
And then we woke up.
Yeah, then I still haven't woke up yet. I don't want to wake up.
But for those of you out there watching on YouTube or whatever, please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. It just lets you know when we're live, and
You'll get alerts every time we
you
do
betcha.
this.
And it's great to get our subscribers up and get more followers because
Yeah. Helps us
every
grow and
time
do
you
different
guys
things.
a new person subscribes and follows, it just leads to another one. So
That's right.
yeah,
And it gives us kind of a little motivation to continue doing this.
you
and-
betcha. You
And do
betcha.
new stuff and different stuff, like next week, do a
Oh.
special egg show. And we're gonna do a regular show as well.
You betcha.
I don't know when we're working it in with me being gone a little bit, but we are gonna get a regular show
We're
in.
gonna do one Thursday night, hopefully. Won't release it till Monday.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and when does Stanley Cup final start, Tyson?
Saturday night. Saturday
This
night.
Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
So who do you got? Who do you got? We haven't talked about that. Who do you
Okay, so let's
Who you pick?
let's put our predictions and why,
got? Okay.
and who the difference maker is going to be in it.
Conn Smythe Trophy.
Okay, perfect. I'm good
Okay.
with that.
All right.
So I am going to go with, I think that I don't know why I have the gut feeling that they are, but I have a feeling that Vegas is going to pull it out, even though I think that all the momentum runs for Florida. I think they've got the best goalie in the league right now.
Yeah.
Matthew Tkachuk is on a mission. Even when he plays bad, he seems to show up exactly when he needs to and get that game winner, game tying, whatever it takes. I just think that the Vegas Knights, I know Florida played Boston first, okay?
Yeah.
But I think Vegas beating Edmonton was a confidence boost beyond. Beating Edmonton was no easy task.
No.
And
All
they
right.
did it in less than 7. The top 2 players in the whole NHL. I bet against them. You definitely bet against them. And I think so did probably 80% of everyone. I think Aiden Hill's playing great, good enough.
Yeah.
And I think as a team that they're actually faster.
Do you think though?
In Florida.
No, I'm
But
interested.
Bobrovsky could be the difference maker.
Could
If
be.
they win, Conn Smythe, if Vegas wins, I don't have a fun clue.
Aiden Hill, when is that bubble gonna burst?
I know that's my thing. And maybe it won't. Maybe he'll have a Sammy Jaguar year. There's a chance. There always is.
I wouldn't sign him for nothing next year.
No. scare me unless he's willing to take an average contract. Then
Yeah.
of course you go with it. But you know that ain't gonna be the
No,
case.
I don't know. Like, I just keep waiting for that bubble to
I know
burst.
it hasn't though.
No,
He's
it
been
hasn't.
so good.
They play well though.
They
Vegas,
play great in
they're
front of him.
great defensively.
And a lot of shots. If you do watch the games, they keep a lot of guys to the
Yeah.
outside. They play a
I'm
smart
surprised
team.
you picked Vegas. I really am. I thought you're a
I was
I thought
100%
you're
on
a
board
Florida
with Florida.
rat. You're a Florida
100% on board with Florida.
yeah.
But I've got this gut feeling Vegas has been tested more these playoffs. And beating Edmonton, I think, is going to make the difference. That series was no easy task. That was physical.
So
that was good series.
I'm going to agree with you only because of the agony and pain it's going to cause me when Vegas lifts the cup, because I know what might have been. And them lifting the cup is just going to irk me for
As they lift it, it's going to drag years
8 to 10 months from now. I'll still be, well, let's face it, a whole year from now until they're not.
So the Oilers are back in.
Until the Oilers are back in, until regular season starts. But I think Vegas is going to win too. They're very deep.
They are. They're
Uh,
more a whole team. In
They
my
are.
opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Although
their team speed is fast too.
Everyone has counted out Florida
Every series.
every
And they
series.
like it that way.
Yep.
Just like they're probably loving this if they were listening. They'd be like,
If
perfect.
it comes down to the goalies, I'm gonna
Florida
give
wins.
Florida the edge.
Yep.
But gosh, I don't know. There's just Vegas just has it going. It's
I feel like it's their year. You know, when you've got that.
I hope
it's
it's
just-
not, but
I know.
I agree with you.
And I actually do too, because as much as you hate Kachuk, I still love the guy.
Actually, they could just shut down the playoffs right now and let's just start up back in October.
You'd be good with that?
Yeah.
And just no
Call it a
winner.
COVID year.
This, yeah, just and then just write COVID in
COVID-
instead of
COVID
engraving
20.
names, just put COVID 23.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Tyson's. I mean, what do you guys think out there? I don't think so. Let's have a winner. That rat bastard's gonna lift
maybe
the cup.
maybe we could have the winner of the Memorial Cup play the winner of the NHL team.
I have a feeling they would get absolutely dusted.
I know they would. And who do you got? We're talking hockey. Memorial Cup. Who you got? Quebec's in the final. Quebec's in the final.
Yeah, no matter. Yeah,
Yes.
I would love to see, honestly, Kamloops.
That would be cool.
I would love it. I mean, dub team, of course, but the host team's always cool,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
they're good.
What do you think of that setup with one team being a host and getting in?
I would rather it, if they're going to allow another team in, that it not be the host.
How do you host it though? Like, of course you want the host to have a team in, right?
Of course you do. It's money, it's revenue. It just makes the city more excited. Everything's better. So I understand why they do it. I just, from a fan's perspective, it's not going to be there and putting the money and just watching
Yeah.
on TV. I would rather it be the best team
At a neutral site.
at a, exactly. Like, let's say, so one from every division in that last team, not be that, but
So
be the-
technically Kamloops, though, if the Western Hockey League was the host, Kamloops would have been in because they lost to Seattle in the final.
that's right. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would love that. The host
Actually, no,
region,
they did not. Winnipeg lost. to
then the ice would
Seattle.
be in there. And I'd love the ice to be in there.
The ice would be in there, yeah.
But
But how do you sell tickets when the home team?
I know.
That's-
And that's why they do, right? I
that's
mean,
why they do it.
there's an angle to everything, and it's not bad.
No.
It is bad on shitty years.
Well, hey, Seattle plays. The interesting thing is Seattle plays Kamloops tomorrow night.
Yep.
They may have beaten them in the regular season in points.
But
They
it
may
doesn't
have
matter.
beaten them in the semifinal round,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
but they still could have to play them. Even if they win tomorrow night, they still gonna have to play them in the playoff.
That's
round.
right. Yeah. And the
And
best thing
lose
Memorial
once
Cup is
out.
like one game.
Yeah,
It's like football. It's awesome.
I'm just saying it right now. Quebec Ramparts might look like the front runner right now. They're not winning.
You don't think so?
No, I think a WHL team, when it comes to playoff hockey, they're gonna just play a little different stuff.
Tougher hockey.
Tougher hockey.
Tougher hockey. And I agree 100%. Quebec has never been tough hockey. They are very talented.
They are.
Always
They're
have been.
run and gun.
Offensive, fast, finesse, very European-esque.
Plus, I hate Patrick Waugh, so I got for Quebec.
I'm a huge
Quebec.
Wall fan, but
Are
I
you?
got your from. Oh man, he invented the butterfly. He changed the game of goaltending. He's a douchebag.
Didn't
but
Adam invent the butterfly?
his jokes are bad. He makes up names. He's
I didn't know
Oh.
Patrick.
oh,
Like,
Yes,
I noticed he's kind of gray, but I didn't know he's that down.
Oh my God. Patrick Waugh invented the butterfly style in goaltending. Yeah.
Oh, style. Why didn't you say that the first
Changed
time?
goaltending forever. And so for that, they used to call it the Patrick Waugh style. And then he said it's not the Patrick Waugh style. I found it from someone that wasn't even the NHL.
Yeah.
And he told me it is the butterfly style because you open your legs like that, like butterfly wings. And he said,
Grand
and cover the
Grand
bottom.
Fear. He developed the lefty style.
Yeah. Graham Fuhr was a hybrid goalie if there ever was one.
Yeah, but he is the first lefty other than Greg Millen.
Yeah, to be good for sure.
Greg Millen was one of the they never looked at left-hand goaltenders
Fuhr and his
back in the day. Did you know that?
habits.
Hey, did you know that if you were left-handed, they wouldn't take you for a goalie?
Well, they still suck. Have you ever seen a good left-handed goalie other
Grant
than Fuhr?
yeah,
No.
yes.
No, you haven't.
Yep.
No, name one. No, wrong.
Give me a minute.
Roman Turek.
Was Turk left? He sucked.
Yeah, thank you. They all
That's the
suck.
Calgary Flame.
Keatley was
Remember
good.
when he left?
I like Keith.
Keatley, Matt Keatley.
Never got his chance, but
No, yeah, he was okay.
I liked him.
I'm trying to think of an NHL guy though.
There isn't any. They don't exist.
Greg Millen was pretty good. Oh, I know one. Tom Barassa.
Yeah, Tom Russell was good.
Yeah,
Not epic, but good.
Tom Barassa.
Yeah, he was good. There we go. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
That's all I'll give you. And Fuhr.
I
Fuhr
know-
was awesome.
I
like
know all
Fuhr.
these old bastards.
Yeah,
so
because
don't
you're an old
mess with me.
bastard. But I'm telling you, there's like three.
Hey, do you remember
Because they suck.
Tom Barrasso? He was a Buffalo Sabre, and then actually he was one of my favorite goaltenders of all time, Clint Malarchuk. That's the
Yeah,
gentleman who
because
got
I'm a
his throat cut.
goaltender. Yes, I remember the old goalies because I watched
Yeah,
all their
And-
highlights.
and then Tom Barrasso in Pittsburgh.
yes,
he
that's when I watched. them
Okay,
all.
so he
Yeah.
got hurt, and do you remember Frank Pietrangelo? He came into the playoffs. again and
Yes.
was hotter than a firecracker, right?
I do. Holy shit.
Frank Pietrangelo.
You know, his career was the saddest thing ever, and more so even in like a Lindros situation. Was I think
Your
Mario
career's
Lemieux-
sad.
I think Mario Lemieux could have been the best ever, and I really do
There's a
believe
couple
that.
of guys that could fall under that. Mike Bossy too with
Mike
his back
Bossy, yeah.
injury.
It's so sad. It sucks. But then you see
You know
guys
what's
like,
sad is when you look at our careers.
what do you mean? I'm doing well.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were rec champ.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I won the A-side final the other day. Jesus Christ, like 2
If
months
the-
ago.
if
I'm a
that-
goddamn champion.
If that only meant something.
What do you mean? It meant everything to me. Parker brought it up the other day. He's like, Dad, you never won anything. I'm like, March 2nd, bud. He's like, what happened then? I'm like, read the papers, bro. He looked at me like I was.
First of all, what's a paper?
Exactly. Second of all, it wasn't in the paper.
Yeah.
And third of all, he's like, I told him, I was like, dude, you were there. We did a live podcast after the thing. I was a grand champion. I think I got MVP. I'm not really sure what happened after that. I blacked out. And he's like, Dad,
Oh.
I don't think your beer league is any good. It's like, but you see the 3 glove saves I made? That's not any good. Some of those guys used to play real hockey. You silly
Oh, that
bastard.
was, yeah.
But I am a champ, and if I retire today, I retire a winner. So I'm not sure if I'm coming back. I might retire.
Oh, that would be,
But
put such a,
but
would
isn't
put
it
the
sad?
barrels in such a predicament.
I would. They'd have to draft somebody. I
Like,
mean, they
who are they gonna
bring?
Who are they gonna sign as an eligible free agent? I
Oh
don't know.
God, I'm willing to rent my gear out though. It's got champion sweat in it, so cheap. So, but it is sad though because, like, you know, we're so lucky. Like McDavid
that's all.
had a couple
Yeah.
banged up, but he's tough. He's trained. He's this and that. They've adjusted the league to help protect these players better,
He's on holidays. I seen Instagram today of his
as he should be.
girlfriend,
Enjoy
Lauren
it.
Kyle.
Which girlfriend? The one he cheated with, or the other one?
One of them.
If only we don't even know what
They're
that.
both blondes, so really, you
They
know,
look from the back. You don't know.
no, well, not what he's looking at it.
You filthy bastard.
Wallet. I was talking about the
Yeah.
wallet. What are you-
He was. So that's awesome. I mean, they should be. Those guys should be enjoying it. And I've heard a lot of the guys, just from Spittin' Chicklets
Yeah.
and on all the other stuff I listen to. They don't even watch. When they're out, they're done. They don't want to
No,
know. They don't care.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I didn't win. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Unless
I
there's a
agree.
tie. Some of the guys have best friends on the other team. They'll go root, or you got a brother or
Yeah.
a relative. That's different. Like the Kachucks. You know,
And I mean, they only got a short time off and
That's
they're
right.
back into the,
That's right.
I bet you he's still skating every day.
Yeah, and if he's on vacation, it would be the only time he takes off. If
Yeah,
he end
maybe
up in
2
Mexico
weeks.
for a week or two.
Yeah,
Other than that, if he's back in Canada or the United States, even on vacation, there's a rink
he's skating.
and he's skating. Yeah. Or he's training in some fashion
Yeah.
for sure. Even on those vacations.
Oh, yeah.
He might have a trainer with
Goes
him
to
for
the
God's
gym,
sakes,
yeah.
And he might be allowed to
That's kind of
partake
like
in our cocktails.
My holidays, kind of, I take a trainer.
We
with
train
me.
a lot. We
Yeah.
train a lot. I got a trainer too. Yeah, every time I go away, push-ups in the morning, I bring the pull-up bar and next week I'll be sure to be working out while
I
barbecuing.
think I know what your trainer does. Sharpen your steak knife.
Yeah, that's true. I got good knives, very sharp.
Hey, it's excuse me, it's a business for them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's no different than me laying in bed and Megan asking, "Why are you checking office emails? Like, can't you just?"
Yeah.
That's my business. I own that place. Sometimes I might get a claim at 9 o'clock at night, and I should check it on, at least contact the people
Yeah.
if it rolled through, and just see if they've been taken care of yet.
Yeah.
Not that they're up all night waiting till 9 a.m.
Panicking.
Totally. And a lot of times
Stress.
there's nothing they can do, but just hearing from me and just saying, "Hey, like tomorrow I'll make sure someone gets a hold of you. No one's gonna call them late at night unless it's
Speaking
an
of
emergency."
that,
There's emergency.
I sent
calls,
you a
but
text last week with a claim and I haven't heard back from you.
which
yet.
claim was that?
Well, it's one of numerous ones I got in the work.
He's
I'm still-
full of it
I'm
tonight.
still waiting for a response.
I don't know. I screen his calls. I haven't responded.
I'm gonna have to get a new insurance agent. I can see
I'd have
that.
to get a new podcast co-host.
I think he was gone on the golf course again. with
Haven't
my-
golfed this year.
No,
No, not yet. I mean, the Flames have, but I haven't. But we are
Yeah.
going. I'm golfing June 17th in Burstall.
first off.
They do a tournament every year, and they invite me and Donnie, and we get a big group of guys, and we
So
it's
like a
a
woman's
fundraiser.
tournament.
Yeah, a female best ball. You're such an asshole.
I'd maybe wax it a bit.
No, it's 2023.
I
There's
mean-
some guys that like the hair.
Yes, the chin. I know, like there's some women out there that have as much there in the chin, but the legs they do not. So.
Are you kidding? Have you been to a bar? You don't know who's man or woman anymore. This
Hey,
is 2020.
Well, that is
my
true.
friend.
That is true. But
Shop at Target and drink
I
Bud Light.
I don't hang out with the girls you hang out
No,
with.
I don't hang out with girls at all. I got a wife upstairs. Are you nuts? Plus, one problem is one problem enough.
Hey, that's how Megan looks to other women who are looking at
Oh.
you. Like they look at her and they see a bearded muscle woman.
Oh. I don't even know what to say. to that.
Well, Tara would look the same. I mean, that's just how. that's
You
just
lucky women.
Oh,
Holy are they blessed.
how
eh?
did they end up with?
Some girls just draw the right card. And
Some
damn
just
it,
are-
did they get
some are
lucky.
just lucky.
They call that the dating lottery, I believe, and they hit the jackpot.
If that's what you want to call it.
That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, I'm sure they'd have a different perspective. on
I
the
don't think so.
situation.
I think the fans' perspective is all they get.
Well, probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that they
You
get.
lucky girls, that's all we can say.
Tyson, you're done seating.
I am. Yes, that's great.
That must be.
Felt great. Got the
Your
tractor
last
back
week was a
Sunday, and
kick
yeah,
in the
yeah, a
chin.
whole week we were down, and
And
just had to
yesterday,
hurry up and wait. And yesterday at about 7:30, I sent you a picture of me opening a beer, and
I heard
we're
it. The
done.
old Miller Lite.
Yeah, so that was good, and yeah, we're done, and my life hasn't changed much. I was
Yeah, it
in the
won't.
sprayer today doing crop spraying.
From
Yesterday-
tractor to
yeah.
sprayer to cows to combine.
I never really got out of the sprayer actually. I
Yeah,
drove
you
the
said you
tractor.
constantly are.
Yeah, I drove the tractor probably maybe 5 hours all seating.
When you guys with your spraying, obviously I'm very unfamiliar.
Well, you're
Um,
gonna next week. We're
yes.
gonna educate you.
Is it granular, all that, or you
Liquid.
got all
Yeah,
liquid?
mainly. Yeah, I'm not a dry chemical guy
Yep.
because you got to slurry it up and it can block your
Yeah, yeah.
spray tips and stuff. I want all liquid.
I learned about that this year.
Yeah.
It's a little more money, but honestly, the time you save and the efficiency,
I've never
it
been.
makes
yeah.
all the difference.
Used to have screens and stuff and
Yep.
all the granular. If it didn't, depends on the type of water, which we'll talk about
Sure.
next week, and pH and all that. a lot of times it doesn't mix properly with the water, and then you got it doesn't dissolve, and then you got plugging the screens and tips.
That's right. I mean, it takes a ton of time just to fill the sprayer as well. All that. And time is money.
And
Let's be
agitate
honest.
it, and
Yeah. Like I was with Dwayne Schneider when he did it that
Yeah.
way. And he said, I switched completely to liquid. He said, man, it costs a little more money. I'll never go back, I don't think.
Hey,
Crazy.
I just got, this is breaking news, and you are hearing it first.
Oh,
Breaking news. Brad Truliving will be announced as the Toronto Maple Leafs general manager tomorrow.
Tyson called it the day the Flames released it.
Yes,
He's dumb as shit, but he was right on that.
Brad Truliving. Yeah.
I'm happy
And
for him.
insider Darren Drager just reported this.
I've got it on my phone, just popped up too. Yeah, I'm happy for
So
him.
there you go. Breaking news. If you're watching the fans' perspective, you got to hear it first.
So
First,
now that's just one piece to the puzzle. The
Kyle
second part
Dubas is
you
going to
said,
Pittsburgh.
wait for the
100%.
next few days, you'll hear it.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
betcha.
I think by the end of this week we'll hear
Well,
it.
they're waiting right now. You know why? Because there's some tampering investigation, right? So
Always will. Well, as long as it favors Bettman's way, it'll work.
he's going to Pittsburgh. There was no
Yeah.
tampering. Toronto didn't want him no more. Obviously, there was some problems there.
He didn't want to be there anymore. He's
And
going to Pittsburgh.
I'm kind of curious what Toronto's gonna have to give Calgary for signing Truliving before his contract has expired.
We'll find out.
There'll be something.
That'll all
to say.
be public. Yeah, maybe you give us Matthews so he can not show up in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that's some great news for Toronto Maple Leafs fans and stuff. There is strong belief that Mr. Matthews is not signing an extension in Toronto.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
So
read
what?
it all over, and then they interview him. He's like, "I want to be here."
What?
And you're like,
yeah,
"But
well,
do you?"
he has to
Of
say that.
course.
But what do you do with him at the trade deadline next year if he's not signed?
Man, that's it. I think Truliving's going to change everything.
Do you?
Absolutely, he brings a culture with him.
Yeah.
Um,
Is he going to sign Matthews to an extension?
yeah, I think he would. Yeah,
Will he or won't he?
I'll say yes.
You're going to
Yeah,
say.
I
he's
think
gonna sign-
everything's going to change with Truliving. He loves his players. He made a mistake, and when I say this with the hardest of hearts, because I like old school hockey, and
Yeah.
I miss the fact that Daryl Sutter can't do what he wants to do, and players don't have to listen to him. They're not held accountable.
Yeah.
Everyone else is held accountable. Players are up here. But in the new era, like Truliving loves the guys, like he loves the players. But this year,
Is that the new head coach, the LB?
oh, no, don't get into that. We don't need to be canceled yet. We're a little young on the show. But like Truliving even admitted it after that he wanted Pelche playing. He wanted all those guys. Those are his kids.
Yeah.
That's the team that he chose. Sutter refused to play them.
Yeah,
It was
Sutter
the
didn't
demise.
want no young guys.
He was old school, right? He's old school. You got to earn it.
And there
So-
will be a game Thursday night, a tiebreaker now.
Yeah, Peterborough Pete's just won.
They beat Quebec. So there will not be an undefeated team in the Memorial Cup this year.
That's good. I like that.
So Quebec is in the finals.
Yes.
Seattle, one of the Seattle Thunderbirds or the Kamloops Blazers will lose tomorrow night and
Yeah.
will go into a tiebreaker match against Peterborough on Thursday.
Crazy. Well, there it is. God
Dude.
bless junior hockey.
Oh, it's great. I love the Memorial Cup. That's
So-
so fun.
But I do believe back to
Back
the
to Brad
Leafs.
Truliving,
Yeah, back
yeah.
to the Leafs. Sorry, we're watching live right now, guys. So we're kind of just feeding you what we're seeing. But as for I think he's going to bring a culture change. I think it's going to be great. That's why I said I'm really happy for him. I like Brad
Are the Leafs better today than they were, or are they better
Just with him.
tomorrow than they were today?
just with him. Yes, because he brings a love, a passion. He will treat the guys differently. He's going to treat them like they're his kids. Like, so
You
my
don't think
a lot
Kyle
of people
Dubas
don't.
could
No,
give that?
not a chance. And I just know that just seeing him in interviews, he doesn't have that passion.
Yeah.
He had a passion for winning. He wanted to win so bad. You could see it. Like he was freaking out. He threw stuff like, but he
So-
didn't have a passion for the people. Like Truliving, watch the interviews and how he handled the losing and the winning last year.
What-
His demeanor
Yeah.
never changed. My brother, people don't know this, in Calgary, it was his contractor, renovated his home, did all this stuff. He said, I've never seen a guy like him. I didn't get more than one word out of him when I would be with him all day in the house working, because he literally had his face in two iPads at once. researching players, their family, their history, like the stuff that
Yeah.
he looked into. He wanted to know what the person was like, not the hockey player, the person. And that's who he attacked. And he would hop on his private
So-
jet and fly down, meet all their families when he picked them up.
Wha-
It wasn't just like, I'm going to draft you,
Yeah.
come meet me. He went and picked them up, went and met their families, took them out for lunch. He loves people. He's super personal, and he like gets invested in what he does. And I think that's going to bring a different culture to Toronto. And I hope for their sake and Clarence Reese and all the other Leaf lovers, I hope it works because
What
I
do you
like it.
think his power is gonna be? Because remember, the Shanahan
Shanahan owns everything.
plan is still there.
But you got to remember, Shanahan's been constantly picking lately, just a little bit of pushover type people. You're not going to push him over. Tree Living.
I
has
think
been
True Living
around.
had to come in with some
Rules.
guarantees
is-
that he's got some
Agreed.
big power.
I think there were limits put in place. There were, how do you call that? Not rules, not limits, but there were
Or maybe Shanahan has
points made.
been warned by the board too. No,
Maybe.
this is your last.
And Tree Living is nobody.
No,
He's a smart hockey guy. He loves the
but he
game
does
and-
have his work cut out for him.
Oh,
There's
he does.
some key free agents in Toronto.
A lot, actually. Like
Yes.
a lot. It's the opposite of what the Oilers have going on. The exact opposite. Their big group
Yeah,
is all about to
Yeah.
be moving.
yeah. They're the Toronto's big core group is half of them are free agents this year.
Yeah.
Or next year.
Crazy. Next year. Yeah.
Yeah. And Edmonton's got a year before that talk starts coming about
Exactly.
Leon
Which
Draisaitl
is
too.
great.
Yeah. But it will happen. The
Oh,
talks
the
and,
talk will always.
you know,
happen.
and how much is
But
he
winning
gonna
will
ask
change
for?
that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Continue to win like they did this year. That talk won't matter
No,
because
no.
he knows eventually their winning's going to
I
burst and they're going to
Dri-
win the real
I think
thing.
Draisaitl will sign an extension.
I do too. I don't think it'll be a really long one.
No,
I think it's gonna be a 3-year one type thing,
could be.
which I think is probably best financially
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
Because
Well-
after another 3 years after his next one, how many years is it going to be elite? Right. So I think it's going to be
Realistically,
perfect.
Realistically, if I'm of that stature and I'm of that age and the way the cap has been going, there's a chance in 3 years it could be significantly higher again.
Yeah.
The cap. So
I think
you would want to
3 is the
max
best.
it all the time, right?
Absolutely. You go that 7, there could be 4 years where you could have made a lot more money.
Yeah. Well, hey, Draisaitl took the long term the first time,
That's right.
and now he's been at 8.5 ever since, right?
That's right.
Where if he'd have took a
Which I
two or-
think is awesome, but at the same time,
well, at the start of that contract, it was, oh my God, Edmonton's overpaying,
yeah.
and then the middle,
At the end,
the middle, and at the
more a
end,
year.
yeah, at least,
Yeah.
at least he's an $11 million man for sure.
Yeah.
Leon Draisaitl, maybe 12, maybe he gets paid what Connor gets paid now.
Yeah. I
Probably
would like
some
to see
team
it.
out there
I
would.
love him. Guaranteed some team would. Absolutely. I don't think the Oilers can afford to. I think he'll be up there.
Yeah,
But yeah, are you
yeah,
kidding?
it's depends.
90% of the teams would to get
It's
him.
gonna be whatever if he wants to play with Connor.
That's right. And you
But
personally, wouldn't you?
I would,
I wouldn't want to leave.
no.
I'd want to be
It's like
Messier's
Connor-
Gretzky. Absolutely.
It's like Connor said at the end, we built this. This is our baby.
Yeah, totally.
But
The only guy I could see
money
maybe-
talks.
It does, but like there are other guys that are going to move.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think those two are key pieces for a long.
But
long,
can you
long time.
afford to pay 24 million to two
Yeah,
guys?
you
or-
can, as long
or
as you
third-
mix and match the other pieces,
Yeah.
then you get a good draft.
Well, you have to draft
Draft.
great all
Draft's
the time.
got to be it, and they know that.
Yeah.
They're going to be focused on that
Yeah.
more than they ever have been,
Oh, for sure.
because that's important now. When
For
you've
sure.
got two stars.
And hey, Connor Bedard, if he has a good first 3 years, he's gonna be a $12 million man in 3 years too.
Guaranteed. Yeah, if he doesn't get injured and he produces in any fashion, you bet.
Yeah. So you're a Leaf man now, obviously, Brad True Living.
I'm a fan of Brad.
and you think they'll keep Austin Matthews?
I
That's gonna
think-
be interesting.
I think so. You can't really replace him right now.
No.
Out
It
there.
depends if he wants to go back to the States.
And I wouldn't. I could see a Kachuk situation happening. Them
I could,
offering him a bunch
New
of money.
York.
Exactly. And him saying,
Or
thanks, but
or
no
all of a
thanks."
sudden the Chicago look not bad with Connor Bedard there. And hey, he needs
I'd go there. Be my Taves to my Kane.
Yeah. But
Bam. Another
but
dynasty.
Bedard's a shooter himself, right?
He is.
So you're
He
not-
is.
I
You're
don't
right.
know if
That's a
him and
little different
Matthews would-
prolific.
Yeah, I don't know if him and Matthews would be.
But this year, I'll tell you, McDavid and Draisaitl were both scorers,
They both were and passers.
and it worked.
Yeah, and passers.
You bet.
So it'll be interesting.
I would enjoy it if he went to Chicago only from a fan's perspective.
There's lots of exciting stuff coming
There
up.
is.
Like
I'd like him in Anaheim too.
Anaheim,
Go there
yeah.
with Zegras and all
I was
those
hoping
boys.
Bedard would go down.
So was I. I think it'd be awesome. And I think it's unfair. How does Chicago go from the Taves Kane dynasty, not just finally kind of tearing
Plus the sexual assault.
Hey,
thing
we
with
don't have to
Kyle
bring-
Beach.
Oh, okay, it happened. It for surely happened.
Yeah. So I mean,
For
how did they not
surely.
lose their first round pick? I'd like to know.
Because Bettman didn't want it to happen.
No.
Any Canadian team that did that?
We wouldn't be drafting in the first round for 5 years.
No, them and the Flames being the dub.
Yeah, the Flames are anyways.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
But you know, in June, the draft is right around the corner, and lots of big trades will be happening then. And free agency, July, like sports never ends.
Never ends. The
And-
best. That's what makes it
And
so awesome.
and June 17th, Riders home opener.
It is. And June 17th, I think I just booked something June 17th, which is kind of sad for me.
What did you book?
Golf tournament, but it'll be over before the Rider game starts. Golf tournament in Burstall.
Oh, that's
First golf game. Donnie
Yeah.
booked it, yeah.
yeah.
Which is
that's
good.
all right.
No, it's
That's
good.
all right.
We always support Burstall. They support our office.
Yeah.
And so we go up there, we buy some beers, smoke some cigars, pay our entry, eat some food, golf, never win, and come home.
Oh,
I'm
that'll be
normally
good.
the DD. I
That'll
have a
be good.
couple cocktails.
Because I
and-
know your tickets are Austin will be
Austin's.
he'll be using
Yeah.
the tickets.
I
on,
think we only got one game. We're taking the kids August something.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
at Harvest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, which is
that'll work
perfect.
great.
It's the best for me because all of our customers are
Yeah.
farmers. They can't use them anyway, so I don't feel guilty about
Yeah.
using them for ourselves.
That'll be pretty good though. Riders play the week before. They're on the road in Edmonton.
Yes.
So we'll get to see.
I can't wait
And-
to do the show,
and-
guys. We're doing a
Hey.
live show
Yes.
after all. We're gonna try and do it after every Rider game, home or away, where you guys send us texts, emails, Facebook, Instagram, whatever messages you want, questions, rants, call in, and we're gonna do a live show. And we're gonna call it the Rider Ranter, and we just
by
get
the
to
fans'
bitch and moan.
perspective. By the fans.
By the fans' perspective, 23, we get to bitch and moan or celebrate together, and we all bleed green.
And-
So let's
and
watch
look-
the games and enjoy it together.
Look into the future. We will be having some riders on the show.
Absolutely, we're going to. Absolutely,
are
I'm
gonna
already
have-
working on it. I've sent a few messages.
We are going to have some riders here, so look out.
I'm really working on Gene Mikowski because he's kind of invested.
Mean Gene.
He's into
Mikowski.
politics now, and he's a little invested in insurance. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
we also
Hey, he
one
does.
of the ex-riders is now a insurance adjuster as well for
Okay.
SGI Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll have to figure out. I can't remember.
There's
off the
so
top of my
many
head, but
riders working for SGI.
So many.
What was that other guy? He was a dominant defensive tackle too, and he played for the Riders, and then he retired early because he had an insurance opportunity. Schultz.
Schultz.
Yeah.
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 We could get him on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I could pull some insurance strings and get that stuff happening.
Oh,
I
you
don't have too
betcha.
many connections that way. Once the NFL season starts, I'd really like to get Chad Ward on for a barbecue episode, and he can kind of tell us he's cooked at a few training camps.
Yeah. Cooking some gophers,
yeah,
Saskatchewan
no, he
gophers.
doesn't cook gophers, but he's coming up next year when our new podcast studio is built.
Oh,
I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. And
Might as
then
well
we
get him on the inaugural show.
have him on. But for those of you tuning in late, next Thursday, Tanis Eckert, Simplot, Ag Show.
Egg
Nothing
show.
but ag.
All egg. I'm just gonna sit there.
We could maybe talk a
And
little sports
listen.
too with Tana, see what she's got to say.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure. And everybody's got
you
an
know,
opinion. Maybe
um,
she loves baseball. Maybe she
you
loves
bet.
hockey. We'll
Top-
find out.
Townview Seeds as well. That's her other business. And
She's
yeah,
got her hands all over. She's a busy girl.
you
man.
betcha. And just chemical questions, tank mix options, weeds, gallons, time of day to spray, all that. Get your questions ready. My phone, Josh's phone. You can text all the questions. Watch live. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to hear. I don't know jack shit about this stuff, so you can still text me, message me, and I'm just
I'm
gonna
working-
relay everything to Tanis and Tyson.
I'm not answering nothing because
No, but
she's
you
a
might be able to
professional.
explain the question better. 'cause I
Well,
don't even know what
maybe,
the fuck you're talking about.
maybe, but it's gonna be good. Like
I'm excited to learn.
and there's a new thing now. So this is just a little thing I'm gonna talk about. So a lot of these elevator companies, so grasshopper poison. So certain type of grasshopper poison, the elevators are coming out and saying, well, if you use that, we cannot buy it. We've used this product for years and years and years. And now they're coming out and saying, well, that's going to be part of your grain declaration when you sign in fall. And if you sprayed with grasshopper poison, we can't buy it. So what are you supposed to do then? Are you supposed to let the hoppers eat the
Yeah, and have
grain
no crop to
and
give
have
you?
no crop? Yeah.
'Cause- So today we had two customers in, I will not give names, obviously. Both are fairly large in their operation.
Yeah.
Both aren't quite done seeding. Both have 2 full quarters they have to go back and reseed when they're done seeding.
Yes.
They've already been eaten by the
So,
hoppers.
I mean,
What the hell are you supposed to do?
there are different types of grasshopper poison, but we need to be armed with everything as a producer.
More now than ever.
And to me, it's just an excuse by the grain companies just to dock your price. That's all it is. So we're gonna get her opinion on that, what she thinks, and just her opinion, not the company she represents.
That's right.
So
She's her own person, and she'll give it. I know.
and I
Candace.
can tell
She'll
you
give
what
us
I
her
think of
opinion.
that is it's bullshit is my answer to that.
Agreed.
question. So,
I think it's completely unfair.
yeah.
If you knew the amount of money these guys fork over for that stuff, and then to get told that, or it's that or risk your entire crop.
And it's not all grain companies, it's just a few that have stepped
Sure.
ahead so far.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I hats off to the ones that haven't, because they'll buy every kernel in the country
Yep,
if they don't.
that's awesome.
And
Nowadays, I'm getting sick and tired of rules.
It
Sick
bullies
and
that,
tired
yeah.
of rules.
It's all about how you can shaft the next guy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is crazy pants banana sandwich, because everything right now, I'm telling you this, take a look around, people. If it looks like, they're telling us this, we need to go left in that, I'm telling you,
They're steering
at
you
that
there.
point in time, go right, go exactly where you think you shouldn't be going, probably the exact area they don't want you to go. And that goes for everything right now. I watched a guy the other day. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, running deep into the caverns like that, but he brought up Target situation with them losing all their stock, and just because they literally hired a satanic cult to create the gay pride transgender clothing
Yeah.
movement, right? So, which I have no opinion on. You do what you got to do, but don't push it down me or my kids' throats ever.
Yeah.
One way or the other. I just let me teach my kids and raise them the way I want them to be. It's my family.
Yeah.
So I don't care one way or the other. It's fine. You do you. Don't preach it. Don't throw it down my throat. I'm not going to do that to you. And Bud Light with the transgender Dylan Mulvaney. So they both go in this direction, and it looks like, man, what a terrible corporate decision.
They
right?
could go broke, is the rumor out there.
Absolutely right. And right, that rightfully they could. So Target in half the time lost twice the money that Bud Light did. So we look at this like, wow, how could they have made that mistake? How could this get pushed through
Yeah.
from all that? It was on purpose. The amount of money that they get funded, it's from the banks and the whoever it is. I don't know who the hierarchy there is, but I'm telling you right now, their funding comes from them, and they get told what to do. They have no choice, because the billionaire CEOs are not losing a dollar.
No.
Their
Well,
money's locked up. It's you and me. It's us. They're segregating.
our
They're
money.
creating a high society and a very low.
Yeah.
And they're destroying the middle, because at that point, all control is made.
But
And I'm telling you, because what they're doing is, look at the companies that are doing this. Ford with their new Ford Raptor. I don't know if you saw the commercial.
no.
So they got 2 Ford Raptors racing down the road full of mud.
Yeah.
And as the one comes through the puddle, gets clean, right? All the mud comes off, and it's rainbow colored. And you can order it that way.
Yeah.
It's a special pride thing,
Whatever,
which
yeah.
is cool, great, awesome, good for you. But the reason they're pushing it and advertising, just give the demographic a reasoning. The Ford Raptor is not being purchased by anybody but normally a buff oil field, yada yada. The guy that's not going to buy a rainbow colored vehicle. That's why they only came out originally in white, black, and gray.
Yeah.
Very macho,
Yeah.
and they create this. You don't think that was on purpose, even though they're never going to sell one, even though they're going to be on a lot and it's going to be a complete loss of money? What's going to happen is they're literally destroying iconic American brands. They're not destroying, and there's no other companies that are doing it. Look at every brand. Target is American. Target is one of the biggest American. It's like, a Walmart type thing.
Yeah.
Ford, built Ford strong. They've got American flags on all their commercials and whatnot. Then you look at Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, the American beer. Budweiser has an American flag on it. You know what I mean? Like, they're destroying the fabric of American companies, which makes them weak, which makes it easy to conquer, which makes people not believe in them anymore. And they're just destroying the fabric that is America strong. And once they've made America weak, it's easy.
All
and
I
it's-
know is if Bud Light is looking to sell their Chilada recipe, I'm interested.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, they may not exist with that
But-
recipe down the road.
But you know what? If they eliminate the middle class, that's the guys who pay for everything.
Everything, but they don't care. This
No.
is what they pay for is everybody themselves and underneath. The billionaires don't get paid by us.
I totally believe at some point we're gonna come full circle and we're going to there'll be only the wealthy and the poor, and then when that happens, where our backs are against the wall too much and
There will be
there'll
full
a-
revolt.
Yeah,
Holy, I mean, I'm telling you, what's happening right
So,
now is crazy.
wealthy, be
shit.
careful what you wish for, because when all of us are backed in the corner, there's way more of us than you.
And let's be honest, what do we have to lose at that point?
Nothing. And it will happen. It did in history, and
History repeats itself.
You
But I'm
betcha.
telling you, like give your. I've been thinking about it. I got a brother that always educates me on stuff and just stock market and whatnot and investments.
Well, he's done a
finances.
terrible job.
And,
because
yeah,
he's
I'm
just-
super poor, but I got a boarded up window over there. But seriously, like everything he said, and he showed me a couple of videos, and it completely makes sense. None of the companies that are doing it are just ram. These
Well,
are literally
first of all,
specific.
To the average Joe, it's like some of these decisions that are being made is like you're a CEO and you make a stupid decision that
Yeah.
would cost
We're
your
a bunch of
company
idiots.
billions. Like when we can see it, the average Joe.
Yeah.
How could you possibly make that?
They
decision?
knew it, but their funding is pulled if they don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
the bottom
politics,
line.
all
All politics. That's why we hate politics.
You betcha. And there's the Shanna plan. He's looking nervous, but Brad True Living.
There's Dragger right there,
You
mister.
bet.
Look at that
Crazy.
hair. Used to be black, now it's white. He must have
Darren
twins.
Millard, do you know, remember him from Sportsnet?
Yes, I do.
Hockey
Yes, I
Central?
do. Yep.
He works for the Vegas Golden Knights solely now.
No way.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
yeah.
So he's their insider, their guy.
He's their guy, period.
Wicked. Good for him. Holy, look at you, Henry.
So, and back to the CFL, the season is upon us. Each team, I think the BC Lions are done their preseason already.
Didn't know that.
Yes, I believe they're done.
Our Riders, by the way, had
Won.
a preseason game.
Yeah, and
one,
won.
which is just preseason. However, 0 sacks,
Yes,
2 pressures.
just preseason.
That's right. It's just preseason, but that's a huge step forward. I don't give a shit if it's a practice game.
Yeah,
That's a big step forward. 0 sacks, only
So,
2 pressures.
it's going to be fun. I think our first 2 games are interesting. I mean, Edmonton's due at home, you could say. But
Yep.
gosh, I hope we can go 2-0. That would be nice.
Go Riders.
Nice start, but lots to talk about with the Riders. Like there's going to be new players at every position, so
I'm super excited.
a lot
Probably
of
the
new names.
most- yeah,
a lot of new names.
The most probably turnover for us in probably 20 years.
Receivers, I think Breskin is going to be a name to watch.
And Weineke.
Yeah,
I think the
Yeah.
guys were all assuming the Darrell Walker, whom I love, and the
Schaefer
vets are-
Baker,
I think these other guys are
Yeah,
going to
they're gonna
open
be good.
them up.
and I like Hickson in the backfield. Like I think
I do too.
he's going to be tremendous.
He is. He stays healthy. I think we have a game.
And our
Offensive line has been
our D line
completely
looks
overhauled.
pretty good.
Oh, it does.
Pete Robertson and
I like that we got Nick Marshall back. I know a lot
Yeah,
of
I
guys,
like
he
Nick
takes a lot
Marshall.
of
He's a good
penalties,
corner.
but he's a veteran.
Yeah.
And he knows how to get
You know who
drill.
he reminds me of? Back in the day, I'm going back again.
How far back are you going?
The Rough Riders used to have a corner by the name of Barry Wilburn.
Holy.
And that's
Tyson,
who
why do you just
Nick
keep doing
Marshall.
this?
Nick Marshall reminds me of Barry Wilburn. For all you guys out there, like
Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers.
we're gonna Google.
Oh my
Trainer
God.
up again.
Google is getting wore out. Goodness. I love him, but God, he's ridiculous. He's making up names all night. His nickname is Tyson. Make a name up, Jack's type.
Here we go.
Oh god, the shoulder pads will be up to here. Like it's gonna be from the 60s. Oh, then oh my
Barry
God.
Wilburn, number 3,
Look
same
how-
number as Nick Marshall.
Look how old that fucking picture is. It's so old they didn't even have design on the jersey. It was just green with a white number.
Are
There
you
we go.
impressed with my history
Oh.
notes? Like,
Okay, so the definition of impressed or just like, dude, give me a break. Have you watched a game in this century?
I've watched a million games.
Yes,
man.
yeah. He stopped watching when the giant
Okay,
satellite
here's
dishes
the
got
question
away.
for you. If you're a true Rider fan, you should know this.
I won't because it's from the 60s.
No, it's not from the 60s.
Fire.
So Kent Austin was a quarterback for the
Yeah,
Riders,
he was,
okay?
yeah.
Starting quarterback. But when he won the starter's job, there were 2 quarterbacks.
No,
In
no
camp.
idea.
Oh, come on.
No idea. Ken Austin, I only knew him as a coach.
Really?
so
He was a
old.
great coach.
I liked him.
Yeah.
He was old school. He was Daryl Sutter-esque.
He was
I
a
liked
great
him.
coach.
Went over to Hamilton and yeah, I enjoyed
Our
him as a
viewers
coach.
should know. I'm not going to reveal. We're going to see if
Nobody knows.
text me your answer.
Anybody else that watched back then is now dead because that was the
Text me your answer. No, because the Riders actually had 2 great quarterbacks then, and then
Kerry Joseph,
they no. They traded
Kevin Glenn,
no. You ever hear Tom Clements? by the way?
Ryan Dinwiddie,
Tom Clements. How about did
Tom
you ever-
Clemens. He's a country star.
Yeah. How about this name? Kerrigan. He was a
yes,
or another good one, Dieter Brock.
yes. Know the name. Never watched him, but
Yeah.
that name
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kerrigan.
stands out.
In '89, when Tony
The
Champion,
only reason I know this, my dad
Tony
made me watch
Champion.
it. My dad was at the game in Toronto.
yeah, Tony Champion caught that ball in the end zone with broken ribs.
Crazy.
And
Football.
another receiver who I just thought of who was awesome was Earl Winfield for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Don't remember that name.
Number
Absolutely
one.
not.
Number 1. Champion was 87. Earl Winfield is number 1.
He remembers He remembers the stupidest shit. The stupidest shit.
I'm a sports junkie,
He
man.
is a diva
Sport-
junkie. I'm telling you, he's.
And don't forget, you
ridiculous.
guys text me out there. Do a little research. Number 5 was Kent Austin. Number 16 was the other guy. So just
You've lost your mind. Absolutely lost your mind.
and Saskatchewan had some. That was the most modern where we actually had two really good quarterbacks.
That's true.
I'm going to reveal the name anyways.
Oh
Tom Burgess.
no, it never existed.
Tom
That's a made up
Burgess.
name.
Yeah, Tom Burgess was the other guy.
Made up name.
So the Riders really haven't in history kind of got their own quarterbacks
No.
other than those years.
Really, I mean, when you think of Saskatchewan and quarterbacks, driving into Regina, you see the signs. Ron Lancaster, of course.
Yeah.
But really,
He's the most
honestly,
iconic.
but I mean, the second most iconic would definitely be Darian Durant.
Oh, he has
because
to be.
has
Darian.
to be.
He was home raised.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I loved him. And I love that.
I
he,
liked him right from the get-go,
I
Darian
did too.
Durant.
I did too. And people
Number
hated on
4,
him.
I
They
like-
hated on him.
Yeah, I like Darian.
And I think my favorite thing was after he left the Riders and signed in Winnipeg and then never played.
Do you remember?
That was amazing. Nobody talks about it, but he took a ton of money from them. Do you
Yeah.
not remember that?
Yeah.
He got signed, but never actually had to show up, and he didn't. But he got paid. He
Do you
that was
remember
like-
Ricky Foggy? You ever
No,
hear that name?
no.
Or Reggie Slack?
Yes. Oh my! Reggie Slack was supposed to be in Fox Valley. Remember
Yeah,
Um,
we had a thing.
Williams?
Sports
Who was the hockey player? Williams.
Tiger.
Tiger Williams said he ain't
We
here.
had, we had a,
He's smoking crack. Probably only got a Swift
a
curd.
celebrity
He
sports
said that on the
dinner.
mic.
A celebrity
Yeah.
sports dinner, and Reggie Slack never showed up.
That night, my dad in the office, we were just, donating to a local, we're one of
Yeah.
the only businesses left and in Fox Valley. And so we donated and bought raffle tickets for different things. And we ended up winning the owner's box tickets to the Flames game. And so we got to
Harley
pick our
Hotchkiss.
games. Harley Hotchkiss, amazing person.
Yeah.
So we got to spend the day with Harley and his wife. They took us to the game, drove underneath the stadium, which was super cool. Went in upstairs, and then this was the cool story, part of the story. Went for dinner, and the food was a little too fancy, and I think Harley realized it. like lobster and stuff. And this is like
Not what you guys look
20
for.
some years ago. My dad's never eaten that. My dad never even got good steak. They
Yeah.
only got the steak that they didn't sell.
Yeah,
You know, like yeah,
yeah,
just whatever's on the plate, eat what you can. The rest is
yeah.
And I think Harley noticed it, brought us in pizza as a family, and he noticed it. Like,
Yeah.
Harley was not born rich,
No,
built it. So he got it. So then, with the game we picked was for me, and it was kind of sad. We talked about it earlier in the show, kind of weird how this ties together. I loved Patrick Waugh because I was a goalie growing up. And so I picked Colorado Avalanche to see him and Joe
Yeah.
Sakic and Peter Forsberg. Well, that game, Forsberg was injured. Patrick Waugh got benched. He got a relief game. So we sat right behind in the owner's box.
yeah,
And I got to see Patrick Waugh right below me, but he wasn't playing. And the shittiest part was Patrick Waugh wasn't even playing. And the Flames lost. So we never got to go in the dressing room after the game, which Harley said, if they win, we'll take you
Yeah.
down there, meet all the guys. So we never got to meet Iginla. And which really sucked.
Speaking of Iginla, he's
And-
gonna be coaching in Calgary. He's gonna be
Yeah.
helping out. Yeah,
Heard that. So we spent the whole day there. It was a great experience. For me as a kid, it was amazing. So the owner's box has free popcorn, free food, free everything, and free
Yeah.
booze. I wasn't old enough, of course, as a little kid. Man, I ate so much damn ice cream and so much popcorn. Holy shit. I'll never forget it. I remember leaving, and I remember looking at Harley Hodgkiss and his wife leaving the game. He sent a limo to get us and take us back to our hotel. He drove away in about a 15-year-old rust-filled Ford Explorer. And he was a millionaire.
did you
Times hundreds.
did you see Rich Eisen's new thing today?
No.
Ice cream in a squishy bottle thing, and
No.
yeah, you gotta watch his Instagram.
I will. I love
Yeah.
Rich Eisen.
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
check it
he's
out.
promoting this ice cream that comes in this cooler bag, and it's in one of those like
Oh, yeah, like a compression bag.
yeah.
Eisen's
I just like,
hilarious.
oh, I love my favorite.
Yeah, I'll have
ice
to go
cream,
take a
and-
look.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, what a cool story. It was unique. We won it at that thing. I went to go watch Patrick Waugh. I got to see
I
Patrick
remember
Waugh,
that,
never
yeah.
win. But then Harley was cool enough to say, I know where the visiting team leaves. Do you want to go stand
Yeah.
outside where they leave?
Yeah.
And I got to see Patrick Waugh. I got to
Okay.
see Peter Forsberg. I got to
Did
see
he
Joe
have that
Sakic.
gray beard that he?
No, God, no. He looked quite a bit younger. Although he was at the end of his career. It
Yeah.
wasn't like the dynasty days
Yeah.
where they were beating Detroit. This would have been 99.
Boy, those were battles.
99.
Detroit, Colorado.
Some of the have you watched the
Claude Lemieux, Chris Draper.
Yeah. Did you watch the one you can Google it. It's amazing. I think it's an hour and a half long. It is on YouTube.
the blood
Um
bath series there?
yeah, with who's the host from Detroit? Their fighter guy at that time.
Bob Broberg.
No. Oh man. Draper won't talk to half the guys on Colorado. He would refuse to come on.
Yeah.
Because of the hit Claude Lemieux did on him.
Yes.
In that
Yes. That
series.
was dirty.
But it was the
dirty.
fighter at that point in time for Detroit. Him and Claude Lemieux ran the show together, and they apologized to each other. First time they saw each other
Yeah.
since, and they buried the hatchet type thing, but they told their side of the story.
That
And,
was a war. That was an outright war.
and the show's amazing. But during the show, they go back and show some of the dirtiest clips and the celebrations, and those two teams were
My Blue
amazing.
Jays won tonight.
They
buddy.
did. Both the Birds won tonight.
I ain't gonna say much because the Blue Jays have sucked.
That's okay. They won tonight. They're turning
Yeah,
over
yeah.
that new leaf. But that
Literally.
series, Tyson, I'm telling you, as far as hockey goes, I don't think there's been a better one in our era, like the recent era,
Yeah.
since. Because that was when the refs put the whistles away. Goaltending, Chris Osgood, Patrick Waugh. Look at the names that were on these teams. Federal, Iserman, Draper. If we go to Colorado, holy shit. Forsberg, Sakic, Adam Foote, Ray Bork, Rob Blake.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they were so stacked. Patrick Waugh in the back. These teams, and they hated each other, Detroit and Colorado. And it always came down to them.
know.
And you knew in those 3 playoff years, whoever won that series,
Nick Lidstrom for
winning Nick
Detroit.
Lidstrom. Holy shit. Winning the cup.
Yeah.
Whoever wins this series wins. And I remember watching it, sitting at home in my parents' house. We had a yellow corduroy couch. And I remember mom would bring me in popcorn and I would eat popcorn. I remember sitting sideways on the couch, young guy. I had no hockey team at that time. I
Yeah.
didn't cheer for anybody. I wasn't a Flames fan, wasn't anybody. I'd never been a hockey
Geez, why
team
couldn't you
fan.
have known me
I
then?
chose
coulda-
goalies.
I
You
coulda
could have
put you
swayed
down the
me, yeah,
good
like
path.
Parker. So I fell in love with goaltenders and the goalie that I liked. So it was Patrick Waugh. So for those years, it was all that. And then when he quit, I remember Donnie telling me, man, I watched Calgary game last night. They picked up this goalie from San Jose, still San Jose colors and gear and stuff. He was cool. He made 4 or 5 saves, blow your mind. So that night on the yellow corduroy couch with popcorn, I'm watching the Calgary Flames and this Kiprasov guy taking his helmet off, got a red beard, does an interview in between the period. I can't understand a damn word. And I'm like, I love this guy. This guy's hilarious. And that game, I don't remember who they played, but he
He was
like,
a nobody until he
a
got to Calgary.
nobody. And then he was a stud, you know, like, and he played a weird style. He
Yeah.
had the butterfly if you needed it, but also he's hybrid. And I was like, that's my dude. But then he made me become a Flames fan
Yeah.
because he stayed for so long. And then when you're older, you start to fall in love with the players that are in front of them too, right? And,
Yeah,
and that's how
yeah,
that
yeah.
whole thing happened. It's not like we were Flames fans. And then your brain brings you back to, man, Harley was such a good guy. I'm gonna cheer for the Flames. I really liked him, and Harley passed, and that
I
was
can't
sad.
believe you didn't like
and-
the Oilers owner, Peter Puck.
Yeah, no, I've never liked the Oilers owners. I've liked some Oilers players. And I'll tell you, when Cujo went on the run, whatever year that was,
Yeah.
when Clinton went to a playoff
When
game
they
against Dallas,
made the save
and yes,
against Joe Newton.
I cheered for them because Cujo was worth his money.
I still think when he was in Edmonton, that was the best he ever played.
The best.
Yeah, that was the best.
You
with
watch the
Curtis
Rock'em
Joseph.
Sock'em. I don't remember what volume it is, but that was the one of the years.
Yeah.
40 of the 100 saves that they showed were Cujo's in the playoffs,
Yeah,
and they were
he
all
was
prolific.
tremendous.
Oh,
And I think that was
yeah,
his
the
glory.
dog mask.
Yeah, he
uh,
always had a cool mask.
Yeah, Cujo was cool.
Yeah.
We gotta get Cujo on the
And
show.
he-
I'd love to chat with
he was
Cujo.
pretty amazing. I mean, he was amazing in St. Louis prior.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
But
and-
that run, that year with
oh,
Edmonton,
Well, they upset Colorado.
and that made
and
him
then
some
they
huge
upset
money in
Dallas.
Toronto after.
Yeah.
And he never was the same.
No, he never was.
Kind of like this Adam Hill thing that we talked
Yeah, yeah, and he's gonna make some good money
about. He is.
too.
And I'm with you. I don't think
I would not sign him.
I
for
don't want to
nothing.
be the guy on the other side of that check. I
No,
just
I
don't.
do
There's
not either.
not enough there.
No,
That's sports.
that is sports. And how
It's
many
like
guys?
contract year. I think Patrick Queen for the Ravens is going to have a breakout year this year because he knows he's not signed for next year.
All contract years, all guys like
Huge
so
money.
I've watched the Oilers Nation lots, and you know,
Those guys are.
these guys are talking like Warren Fogle is going into a contract year. Of course, he's going to have a tremendous year. All guys going into contract years have tremendous years
Every time.
because it's the next payday.
That's right. And it makes sense. You would
Yeah,
buff
and
that
it's
to
on
play
for
through
them.
injury, do everything.
You betcha. So what do you got going on? Getting ready for a big cook trip next week, and
Well, you helped me load up the trailer tonight. Luckily enough, I cooked this last weekend,
Yeah.
which I got to hang out with your
yeah,
boy
yeah.
all
for
Friday
sure.
night for a couple hours. Actually, Tyson's son Peyton, one of the coolest kids, he picked me out and he realized I was bored out of my mind. I'm driving because I'm the cook. I'm cooking for an entire party. Let's say 250 people, really.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
come and go that night. So I'm cooking myself for 250 people. So it's busy, it's yada yada. But once all the food's served and it's all out, and you're just basically just refilling what's already cooked in my Cambro, I sit back and I light a giant stogie and I sit on my end gate, which is parked right against the building with the garage
Yeah.
door open with all the grills inside. And Peyton sees me sitting there and he comes and sits right beside me. And he just starts shooting the shit, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and for a young kid in these small towns, it's unique for grad because it's like a free for all. You know, he's got a DD, so you're okay with him having a good time and enjoying the festivities.
Yeah.
He's the undergrad, so
Yeah,
he gets to go and
go to
schmooze
them
and-
all.
totally. And I'll tell you right now, Peyton was great. He was awesome. He was not well over like I was when I was an undergrad. There was none of that. There was kids puking that night. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
Peyton. I was super impressed. And he came and sat with me for a good hour, probably half my cigar with that dude. And all we did was talk volleyball. And it was cool.
Yeah,
You know, he
yeah.
knows what's coming up.
Oh
He
yeah.
knows how important it is to my brother Donald.
He's actually
And the town and
doing some training already.
yeah, he's been working out. I know
Yeah.
he's been at Austin's
Yeah,
and Austin
yeah.
Dirks.
Yeah,
And he's a great kid, man. And we shot the shit for a while and it was awesome. So that night I cooked for Dwayne, and in return, he allowed me to use his trailer this
Yep.
summer. And so me and you tonight loaded up that trailer so I could leave for Centennial Foods big event on, I leave Monday. And the event's Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's a
Yeah.
really cool event. Centennial Foods, they are an awesome company. They've got the best meat in North America, and they really do it right. So I'm stoked. We're doing hors d'oeuvres, yada yada yada, smoked cocktails, everything. All I'm there to do is deliver some Traegers. So every team's got a Traeger to cook on. And then my buddy Ryan,
So you don't actually cook?
I am going to be in this one.
Okay.
Originally, no, I was
Oh.
going to be kind of like a judge and whatnot.
Yeah,
And then they asked me to be captain of a team. I said, yeah, I'm in.
okay,
What the
yeah,
hell? I'd
yeah.
love to learn from some of these chefs.
oh, yeah,
I am not a chef. I am a barbecue guy that loves food, and I've learned to master low and slow.
yeah.
I can't wait because we have to do we're getting judged on
Okay,
presentation,
so it's like a real cook
taste,
show.
everything, and for 200 and some people. So there's a lot of scoring, a lot of judging,
Yeah.
and a lot of food. And when you have mass quantities, it's not like you can hone in on one piece and make it
It's
beautiful.
all gotta look good.
All gotta look, and it's all gotta taste good.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked. And then after that, I get home Thursday or whatever. We'll do our show with
Yeah.
Tanis, which I'm super stoked for, which is great that it's an egg show. Because I won't have time to do a bunch of research on sports. So I'll be able to sit there and I'll probably be hammered by the end. So that's perfect. And if you don't know Tanis, she's a great time. Tanis is awesome. You guys are gonna love her. And then Friday, I'm gonna go to the campgrounds in town,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna take that trailer, which will be full
Spikeball.
of stuff, set everything up, and Saturday morning, early, like 4 a.m., start cooking. I start serving at 11 a.m. till about 7 p.m. for my
Yeah.
brother hosts a fundraising spikeball tournament in town. And I'm doing pork belly sliders, pulled beef, and for kids and guys that don't like that type of barbecue, slot dogs, which is like
Okay,
a
yeah,
dot dog with
yeah,
the crisscross.
I've
with-
seen them, you bet.
they're gonna be great. Maybe a little chili on top,
Oh,
cheese,
sweet,
onions,
sweet.
have the kind of whole bar. And
Yeah.
I'm also running the beer garden.
Holy, you
So
got your place.
Megan
full.
is gonna let the kids run free that day and help me run it all.
Yeah,
So it'd be great to have the wife's help. And then after that, the next day, I know Mikey and Ashley, I haven't hung out with them in a while. And our kids are dying to hang out. It's
Yeah.
been since hockey. It's been like 2 months down there.
yeah,
And they said we got to get together one night. So Sunday's the night, and I'm gonna make
Nice.
some. I make a really unique Nashville hot chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And Mikey said, "Dude, you've posted it multiple times. I've never been able to have it. That's what I'm requesting. Let's cook that." So Sunday
So
we're
you're
gonna
doing
do
that.
we're gonna
Nice.
do Nashville hot chicken, and then from there, I guess I start to get ready for potentially cooking backstage for Nickelback and Brantley Gilbert.
Yep,
And then today, I got my text from the owner of Troll Clothing, and I'm going up there at the start of July, the first week. And
For
I'm cooking
graduation,
for,
right?
yeah, and it's awesome. It's a small grad party.
yep.
And so tomorrow we're gonna pick the menu.
Oh, nice.
And so then after that, I get back from there, and 2 days later hop on a plane, and me and Megan head down to Georgia to hang out with one of my very best friends in West
Coach
Clark,
Clark.
Coach Clark. Thank you very
betcha,
much.
You betcha.
And we're gonna eat some great barbecue and hang out and cooking all his shit. And we're spending 4 days with his family.
Sweet.
Then I fly home, and then I get a break.
Well, that's a busy
Um,
summer.
Then we're going camping. I want to come boating with you.
Yeah.
I want to come down when you're camping.
Yeah.
I want to spend some time out at the ranch.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be
For
my
sure,
me
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe you can teach me how to fish.
Oh,
I'd like to
hey,
do
I'm
some
not a
fun
great
stuff.
fisherman.
I don't
but
care. I want to sit and
I
hold the
go-
rod
I-
and listen to music.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit what I catch. I just want to learn how to fish.
yeah.
Quotations.
Yeah.
And then at the end of August, I'm super excited. Chad Ward, another one of my very best friends, coming up to Canada, first time out west. And we are going to cook for Troll Clothing again, but this time at their huge event, Mudfest in Cold
Yeah.
Lake, Alberta. Load that trailer up again.
Meanwhile, you'll be sporting the fans' perspective.
Every day from next week on. I am so excited, you guys. Our gear is awesome looking. Not only is it our brand, which we're excited for, and we want you to wear it if you,
It's very
if you want
nice.
to.
Very
but it's
nice.
Super nice.
Very nice.
I can't wait to
can't.
wear it. I love clothes. I love supporting brands I believe in. That's why I'm matching this damn sign. Jay and Justin, some of my best buds, own Troll Clothing, and it's a great brand. Dirty Hands, Clean Money. I rep them. I can't wait to rep my own brand.
And we
I
got-
rep Whiskey Bent all the time because Chad Ward is the man, one of my best friends, a brother. I rep Traeger all the time because they supported me in all my barbecue. And I only wear brands I believe in, I love, and I believe in our brand, and I love our brand. I hope you guys do too. It's a cool logo. The shit's nice.
And
So,
in the
yeah.
meantime, we're gonna be having interviews ongoing all the time.
Stoked. Jeff
Lots of-
Dorth said he wants to come on, give us
Yeah.
a little insight of living the WHL life. I'm excited.
Blair Baylog, who I
yeah.
met getting seed, went to not Vermilion, trying to think. He went to a baseball academy out by Tabor there, Vauxhall. And he's gonna tell us his story about what that was like and leaving home at a young age and all that too. So
Something we've never done, but I'd
No.
love to know what it was like. I was all jealous of my buddies when they
You
moved away
betcha.
to,
Yeah.
go play hockey and do all that, and just the lifestyle.
there is something about it, but they missed something.
I
else.
agree. They missed out on just the basic,
Yeah,
which is super cool.
yeah.
Super unique.
Like going away at a young age, it can be great and all that, but there's something about.
Because
staying
I always
home too.
noticed when Dennis Chisholm came home, him just because I relate to that one very well, because me and Karen were best
Yeah.
friends, his twin sister,
Yeah,
and we're born on the same day, and
Okay.
we're cousins.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were born in the same hospital the exact same day, hours apart.
Okay.
So we're related, plus parents
Yeah.
had kids
Same.
100 feet apart.
You betcha.
And I always remember he never said anything about missing Foxville or anything, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you, every time he came home, man, he was happy.
I
He
think
loved coming home and being like, shit, you forget how cool it is. Because we used to sit at the car wash. This is something we used to do.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore because, of course, the car wash owners are different.
Yeah.
But the previous car wash owners, which is our convenience store grocery store in Fox Valley, small town, was my aunt. And her daughter worked there at nights.
yeah,
So a young girl was running it all alone,
yeah,
18 years old. We're in high school. We'd all set up our trucks outside, play our music, sit on the end gates, eating spits,
yeah.
eating licorice. No booze. This was not like that.
No.
That
just
would
hanging
happen
out,
later.
just hanging
We'd
out.
go to our party zone, which was called the Way. But we'd all leave from there. That's where the whole thing started. I remember him just lapping it up.
Yeah.
Every time he was home, what time do we go to the car wash? We go an hour before it closes. We all go in and get a slushie or a drink and snacks, and we sit on our end gates, crank our
Yeah,
tunes, our
because they weren't
Metallica.
allowed to do that because they were gone, right?
They were in Boston. They were in wherever
Yeah.
they ended up. It was totally different. Bigger atmosphere. You can't do that.
No.
We
exactly.
owned the town
Yeah.
as kids.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We'd all do burnouts, leaving the car
Yeah,
wash, and
and-
then we'd end up cruising all night.
Stefan
that's where
Meyer,
you-
Stefan Meyer would be able to tell some stories.
Totally.
too,
Stefan
yeah.
is coming on the show. I
Yeah.
can't wait to pick Stefan's brain. He's a cousin. He's a good
And
friend.
he would have experienced it more
A
than
lot.
any of them.
Well, more
the
than
whole-
any friends that I
The
have.
whole
personally.
WHL thing, you bet.
I mean, Steph was a star.
Yeah,
Steph rocked the dub. Steph was a star in Medicine Hat. Steph went over to Europe and rocked it. I can't wait to get his opinion on that too.
yeah.
That type of hockey is totally different.
I-
Europe, can
you know where
imagine
I'm-
moving across the world?
You know where I'm gonna go with this whole story is he's got a boy.
Yes, he does.
Well, does he want him to go through the same thing or not?
I've never had that conversation, but I will tell
That's
you,
where I'm taking the
I
conversation.
follow Stefan in everything he does, and his boy is athletic as hell.
Yeah,
I see him golfing, I see him hockey, all that stuff. Stefan wants his boy to be an athletic, and I don't think he's got a choice. He is athletic, that boy. And I think Stefan's wife, Chantel, is
Yeah.
super athletic.
yeah.
So I think they've got an athlete on their hands. I don't know much about the little
You
girl.
think
they
they'll
got,
push
but
him to the direction of hockey and stuff?
I don't think
or-
Stefan will ever push him. I don't think
No,
that's in
no,
Stefan's
I just
nature.
mean the direction.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that kid will be pointed
Yeah.
directly there. Yeah. There'll be no pushing, but
No,
that
no.
kid's I think the kid's gonna, when you grow up in an athletic home,
Yeah.
he's gonna want it himself. And Stefan's gonna be like, sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Stefan has all the connections already.
Oh, yeah,
The
he would
name,
have the connection.
all that. Oh yeah, that kid's gonna be, and he's gonna be a star. Whatever he does, he's gonna be good. I mean, I saw him hit a damn golf ball. Jesus, man. Absurd that a kid that little and that young he's gonna be
Yeah,
It's awesome. I
Yeah,
can't wait to
that
get him on the
is-
show.
yeah, for sure. That's gonna be
Local
exciting.
boy.
Like we got a lot of good shows coming, a lot of
Oh.
exciting interviews, some riders coming
And we'll be doing one from Georgia too. So
you
when I'm
betcha.
down there,
Yes, yes.
Wes
we're
wants to
gonna-
come on. Wes coaches the Noonan Cougars. Friday Night Lights, the legit Friday Night Light, high school football. I'm telling you, boosters with
So
millions.
that's gonna be, yeah, that'll be an interesting show. You're gonna be down there, you and another
You're gonna
gentleman,
be
and
up
I'm
here.
gonna be at home.
And
you
we're gonna
betcha.
quiz the shit out of him, man. I'm
You
telling you,
betcha.
that is not like football we experience up here.
And
That's legit.
you bet. So we got a lot ahead, a lot of exciting shows,
And
all summer
Different
long.
types of stuff.
You betcha. Yeah,
Best part.
we're gonna touch base on a lot of different topics, not just sports. So
I'm really excited, guys, for the merch. Of course, I've talked about it. I mean, we finally got the mugs in. If you guys want something like this, you can let us know. They are super cool. It's our logo on the other side. It just says Chili Moose, which is my brand, of course, being in barbecue. And the shirts are awesome. The hats, the sweaters, everything we have. We got tank tops, anything you want. Our logo, it's awesome. It's big on the shirts. You'll see that as soon as we do. We haven't seen it yet, but tomorrow
Next
I am
week,
posting
next
a
week.
video of all the digital renderings of all the stuff, the hats, the shirts, the sweaters, everything will be
awesome.
on our
be
Instagram,
awesome.
Facebook. So check it out. If you want something, reach out right away. We'll get it on order. The sooner we get it on order, the sooner we get it in your hands. So pricing is awesome. Don't worry about that. We're super excited.
Everything's awesome. When you
Um,
talk fans perspective, it's just
What
a
gets
lot of
better?
awesomeness.
It's so much
A lot of
awesome.
awesomeness.
It's so
You
much
betcha.
awesome. I mean, he drank a little much tonight. I apologize. We'll do a
Hey,
disclaimer.
we got off the rails a little bit the
The
time. right there.
entire time, guys. This guy, I'm not sure. He finally got done seating. It was like the happy clouds were raining beers.
Hey, we've been getting some rain too.
Yeah.
So hey,
Thank
that-
you, Jesus.
Yes,
Yeah,
and the next week looks pretty impressive
does.
if it does come. So
agreed. And it's gonna come.
I hope
They
so.
can't be wrong on all of them. We got to get some of it.
No, for sure, for
And
sure.
that's
and
more
that-
than we've
that'll
gotten
be
in years
exciting.
past. Are you kidding? That changes
I
everything.
told my brother tonight, so I've been spraying some crop, and I phoned him. I said, "That is the best crop on this one field that I have sprayed ever."
Wow.
The stand right now.
Yeah.
And it's a barley stand, and we've had nothing but poor crops since he bought this quarter. But that's not saying anything, but it's a really nice stand so far. Where it heads, or where it ends up is hard to
There's
say,
so
but
many variables in
yeah,
the next
like
9 to 12 weeks.
going into spraying, it's nice to see it nice. Like
Yeah.
that's the nice thing about crop spraying. You get to look at the crop.
That's right.
It's my most enjoyable pass of the year.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's
You're
some
still
optimism
optimistic.
and you're excited,
Yeah.
and nothing better than spraying a really nice crop.
Yeah.
So
Nothing better.
no, unless you're harvesting it.
That's right. That's the only thing better.
Yeah, you betcha. You
Yeah.
betcha. But please tune in. Please get your questions for next week, because that will be an awesome show. We are going to promote the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Tanis will be here next Thursday. Not sure of the time yet. Probably be a little earlier. I think we'll probably try a little earlier in the evening or whatever, just
Absolutely.
so we can get all the questions and everything rolling. And yeah, get your questions out. It's going to be a very informative night, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
You bet. And if you're not an egg person, you're not interested in that, that's fine. We will have another episode next
bet.
week anyway.
There'll be a little dry comedy involved. with
Right.
it.
Oh
little,
God.
little farm jokes.
I'll
or
keep them
something
off
like
the
that.
booze early. We'll let them hit that.
Kind
later.
of like the Flames and the NDP. That was a perfect comparison there tonight.
I've been working on that joke all year. It's
No, it
ridiculous.
happened since the election. You know, it made so much
Last
sense.
night. Although good job, Alberta. Thank
Yes,
you.
good job. But yeah, it
Thank
made
you.
so much sense. They've only won once.
Oh.
They've kind of been around. Yeah, they're 100% Flames and NDP.
We're cracking up, guys. Losing service. We're probably gonna end the show here
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. And where would you rather be?
on a Tuesday night than hanging out with Josh and Tyson on the
Fans Perspective 23.
Cheers,
Thanks for
guys.
tuning in. See you next time.
Yes, we will. See you guys.
2 hours just freaking by.
It does.
We're not even trying. I'm not even making notes anymore. I'm gonna have to start making some more notes again, though. But
Awesome. How do I move this?
kind of covered a dirty angle, and
Everything?
sometimes guys just want to joke here, joking around too.
No, no. What the Tyson? What are we gonna do with that?
What happened?
hell is this? Oh, there it is. I gotta find the X.